Niggas can't even fathom goddamn migration patterns over 10,000. Niggas be acting like that shit
It's so
over a month and shit. You feel me? Shit, niggas had trouble with 70,000 years. You talking about 13.2 billion light years? Like, shit.
What you just did, Chef?
Google Scholar, what up?
And he started a whole new link.
You started a whole new link, Chef?
Yeah. We was coming up on 2 hours.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll be right back. We just took a commercial break, man. Support Abjuwear, ABDJUWEAR. That's Abjuwear. Get your pseudo killers gear. Get your shirts. Get your cosmic shirts, t-shirts. Yeah, we got all that. Google Scholar, what's up? Oh, you must have
Google other shit. I'm surprised Corey. I'm expecting that Corey and Vance to take over.
Corey gonna be mad as hell tomorrow morning.
Yeah. I think we warm him out with the Egyptomania conversation.
Click the new link, y'all. Click the new link.
The Dr. Ben. Doc.
I'm looking for it.
Yeah, I told you we should have did a show on that Dr. Ben should do a whole show.
Huh?
I told Chef, I said we need to do a whole show on that and just go over some stuff.
Yeah, yo, you gonna be surprised. It ain't gonna be like you think it's gonna be now.
It's gonna be worse.
It's gonna be worse.
Nah, I don't think so.
I got some shit.
I got
some bullets in the I got some bullets in the clip. I ain't even gonna talk about it to the time because I was saving it.
Hey, Juju, don't worry about it. It's gonna be tight. They ain't gonna run through like they think, though.
I ain't worried.
We're gonna have a harder time with you than we is with Dr. Ben. He getting ran over. Like his own words kill him.
Yeah, he's
Feeling so much. So Anthony, this is what I saw, but this was talking about. I put in Jupiter.
Well, just Google Jupiter through James Webb on Google, and it'll come up. That's what I just did. I just Googled it, but I got
these because I put it in the on their site.
No, what I'm saying is, well, yeah, but that's why I saw it on the website. That's why I first saw it.
Isn't the first picture? That's not it. That's the exponent.
No, it's not. It was actually later in the press briefing, according to the article that was with the picture.
I got it. You want me to share it?
So,
you want me to share it?
Yeah, huh?
You want me to share it?
Yeah, I'm gonna stop sharing so you can do it. Go ahead, Sosa.
He got allowed. So disable. Participant screen sharing.
Hold on. Let me see if I can help you out.
Chat, y'all hit that like button. Come on.
Enable the screen
that
sharing.
first screen.
Enable the screen sharing. Chef.
I got you.
Chef got you. Unk meditating.
There you go. All right, get off that stream, y'all. Let's go. How more people coming back into the old stream? This stream is ending in 3 minutes. Get over to the new stream.
Probably just pulling up.
You got it, Sosa?
Yeah, you see
Yeah,
that's right there?
Yeah, it's taken with 2 different filters. They got I think it's one short
I didn't see.
and one long filter, I think. But
That's
when you
right
know
there?
what,
Can you see it?
It just looked like it's just glowing. Yeah, that's hard to me right there. Because when you look at Jupiter through a telescope, you see all those bands, but you see the colors. And just for me to see it like that, the heat signature, that's pretty deep.
Thieves? What the hell Thieve doing out there? What's Thieve, a star? see Europa, above Europa, Steve.
That's a
Yeah,
moon.
them the moons of Jupiter. See, Jupiter has 4 major moons. You know, they pretty nice size. It's got a bunch of moons, but they got 4 of them that you can actually see the sun reflect off of. And you can see them when you look through a telescope. You can see Jupiter and you can see them 4 little dots, but depending on where they're at in their orbit around Jupiter, but you can actually see them through a telescope. You know, it look like little stars. You can't, but you know, it's something with some nice size to it to reflect light like that. And you can also detect the movement in them. You look at them about a month apart, you can see the movement in them, where they done moved around the planet. That's something you can see for yourself. You can do that with a pair of binoculars.
How big was Jupiter again? Like something ridiculous? I forgot how ridiculous Jupiter was, big it was.
Yeah,
How many Earths you could fit in Jupiter?
It's a lot.
I forget, it was a lot. I can't remember. It was crazy when I looked at one.
I can't remember the exact number, but
Target.
it's Jupiter is the king of the planets. You know, it was forming the same time the sun was. It's just about as old as the sun, according to a lot of scientists. It was forming the same time as the sun, so he had first dibs at the table with all the gas. You know, then Saturn came a little later, and Jupiter caused a lot of havoc. I mean, it might not be because of Jupiter that we here, because Jupiter migrated into the inner solar system, and it's Saturn that pulled it back out to where it's at now. But I think they call it the grand tact model. You can look into that. That's where there was a lot going on, and there's a whole bunch of more planets. You know, Earth might be a 2nd or 3rd generation planet because of Jupiter.
Explain that. What you mean?
Well, okay, when the solar system first started, it was a whole bunch of planets. See, we should have, according to models that they see around the galaxy,
okay,
we should have more planets in the inner solar system.
Okay.
And there's a gap in size between the Earth and the next largest planet, which is Neptune. That, you know, it's not adding up with the amount of mass in the solar system. It's something like that, man. But Jupiter came through and just messed up all the orbits.
Knocked them out of orbit.
Yeah, it kicked a lot of stuff out. It absorbed stuff, but it also caused planets to crash into each other, which is kind of how, well, not kind of, but that's how the moon was created, through a collision between Earth and another small planet. So all that was caused by Jupiter. And they call it
causes a smash.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it kind of vaporized the planet, right? It went back to liquid, right?
Yeah. It was in a molten state. And and that's how the moon was formed.
Right. It broke or knocked it off, and the collision was so serious. Right. Based off of Jupiter throwing shit everywhere, that when it collided, you're right, it vaporized everything, so it went back to molten state, and a piece of it knocked a piece of Earth off and formed the moon. Which is interesting. I think the moon, Jupiter catch a lot of objects too. The moon, am I right?
Yeah. Jupiter kind of keeps the solar system clean. You know what I'm saying? Well, the inner solar system, because it attracts a lot of, you know, comets and all kind of stuff, but it also kind of hinders, because that's one reason why we got the asteroid belt. You know, it's enough stuff in the asteroid belt to make another planet. But the gravity of Jupiter is so strong, it won't let it coalesce and, come together. So Jupiter plays a big role it played a big role in where we are as human beings on this planet today. Because if it wasn't for Jupiter doing what it did, ain't no telling, what'll be going on in the inner solar system. And even if we would be here, you just never know. But yeah, it keeps a lot of stuff from hitting the Earth and the moon as well. I mean, you can look at the moon and see all the craters on that joke. And you can just imagine all them having to hit the Earth without the moon, man. We took the Earth has taken a beating, but it'll be a worse beating.
Yeah, and you're right. And not to mention that the moon actually affects the tides on Earth. That's also important.
Oh yeah, it's the reason why we have tides.
But that's how you know it's a God though, because God, he couldn't stop the stuff from hitting the Earth, so he made Jupiter to stop it.
Well, yeah.
Then he couldn't,
I feel you on that.
Couldn't do the tides, so he made the moon to affect the tides. That's how you know it's a God. See, brother. That's how the nations you see what I'm saying, brother?
That's what's up. Amen.
Love it. Hit you with that. Yeah. Yeah, that's how you know it's God. Because without that moon, without that, it's all in this rightful place. Yeah.
Well, with so much going on out there, right. I see why he ain't got back here yet, dog. It's just too much happening out there, man. He needs some help. I mean, you got black holes and all this stuff going on out there, and you think we just come here and deal with some clowns on the planet Earth? Ain't got time to be fooling with y'all, man. You got too much going on in the universe. Got to control. Got all these stars you got to make, and then you got to form all these stars and bring them together and create galaxies and all. Man, ain't got time to come down here and fool with y'all.
Mm-mm. He sent the son, his only begotten son. Hey, magazine article for the day: Scientists, the rise of new pathogens. What causes mild mannered microbes to turn to human scourges? Yeah, yo. American scientists. Yeah. Easy read. You're surrounded by pathogens, microbes. You're surrounded. All this while we're looking at 13.1 billion years back into time. Yeah, y'all not, yeah, to make it around here, man, those who are scientifically literate gonna make it over those who not. I ain't trying to take your religion away, but yeah, I'm trying to up your scientific literacy game around here, man. It is. Mm-hmm. Hey, so where you at?
Yo.
Where Google Scholar at? Where you at, Google Scholar? Unmute yourself. What you doing? Yeah, work? What you doing?
No, I'm not at work. I'm at home. I was just listening to y'all.
You all right?
Yeah. I was just, when I hear this topic, I take everything in. So I was just listening to y'all. Get going into it.
Yeah, you listen to them. That's Anthony, super sharp. I said I'm surprised.
Corey. Yeah, Corey. Yeah, I expected to see Corey too, but
half sleep. Beat him up today with Dr. Ben. Mess with Dr. Ben.
We'll get back to that.
Yeah, mess with Dr. Ben. Y'all crazy, man. What y'all talking about, man?
So his eyes are probably swollen now. So
Nah, they loading up, man. It's
They
simple.
ain't loading up. Hey, so you got jumping up a phone to read the chat, yo. They trying to kill me, yo. They going ham, yo. They gonna Ken Ham on me.
They send photos on. They loading up the vehicles and shit, man. They got missiles on that shit. They got folks backing it in and all type.
You know, you can do that with anybody though, yo. You can listen, yo. You can say, all right, let me take. Here go one of y'all sacred cows, Malcolm X. We can take Malcolm X and say, all right.
Whoa. Go ahead and chill on that, bro. Go ahead. Pick somebody else up.
See what I'm saying? See?
Straight up, bro. Pick somebody else.
Look, we can bring them on up to 2022, right? And clip them up. What? The Asiatic what? The Asiatic black man. We giving them damn it easy.
Stands in 2022. The battle of the bullets. Still.
Yeah, he be in trouble, yo. Yeah, Malcolm in trouble in 2022. You wouldn't even listen to him. You be like, oh, that's trash.
The battle of the bullet.
What?
Battle of the bullet. He was like, listen, your religion is personal. Leave that shit at the door, nigga. I don't care if you're a Christian, Muslim, agnostic, atheist. He was on that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like all the other stuff is personal. Listen,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was forward thinking, bro.
Okay. Yeah, see? So we can't throw everything away, can we? Nah. But he had that doctrine though, 76 trillion years.
Hey, I ain't never heard
that.
I ain't never heard him say hey,
yeah, so come on, yo. He had to pass the class to be.
Man, pull the tape. I don't want you all that shit. Show the video where he said something about 76 trillion years, man.
Yo, you trying to say he ain't expound on the doctrine, yo? That he's the minister, yo. You gotta know that to teach the people, yo. What you saying?
I ain't never heard him say it, bro. So yeah.
You weren't saying they was Homo sapiens from Africa. We do know that.
Hey, I don't know what he said. All I got evidence of what the video.
Oh wow! All right, let's Khalid Muhammad. Let's pull him up in 2022. Come on, Khalid. What you say, huh? Right.
I ain't a big fan.
Hey, do that to everybody. That's my point, yo. But I'm gonna tell you what. When you bring Dr. Ben up to 2022, you're gonna say, "Damn, man, he said that back then." Wow, he said that back then. Wow, he said that back then. You gonna get him on? You gonna gig him? You gonna gig him? But you gonna he was a hit. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say when you bring Dr. Ben forward, you're gonna say he was ahead of his damn time on a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep, simple as that.
Everything he didn't introduce nothing new. He was just regurgitating what was said.
Oh, now we get. No, they wasn't saying that, Dr. Ben. They wasn't saying that the Egyptians was indigenous Africans, bro. They wasn't saying that.
No, he wasn't. I mean, people were saying that, but
yeah, but not Harvard and Yale wasn't saying it. It's my point, right?
Indigenous African in 1970, 80.
They wasn't saying the Egyptians was indigenous. They was in 19. They ain't even had the Cairo Symposium yet, yo. Remember they had to argue that at the Cairo Symposium, yo. He wrote his books before the Cairo Symposium. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me started over here, yo.
Yeah, he said some shit. I'm like, either I don't know where he got it from or he lying. I was like,
I mean, you don't know where he got Nile Valley. They weren't saying Nile Valley.
Yeah,
they saying it.
They were saying Nile Valley. Like
they weren't saying Nile Valley.
Yeah. Van Sertima was talking about Nile Valley. Van Sertima got a
right. Them people, black people were saying it, yo, not the white academia, yo.
Yeah, but you saying like I'm saying like Dr. Van Sertima was saying that though, so you can't say like.
No, I'm saying I'm talking about that those people were saying that we came from Africa, yo. Nation of Islam wasn't saying that. They say we came from Asia some damn way.
Asiatic black man.
Yeah. Right. Let's not play.
Yeah. I don't know why we on Malcolm. What I'm trying to figure out.
I wasn't on Malcolm. Malcolm, my man, yo. I'm just trying to let you know when people start throwing blows at Dr. Ben, I'm gonna throw blows at everybody. Everybody get blowed up, and we're gonna see who can stand up. Let me stop, yo. I knew.
Malcolm got gunned down. He'd have been Dr. Ben's age, he'd have been shining on niggas.
Yeah. See, that's different. See, that's different. Yeah. He would definitely be a candidate for the shaman. Yeah, I would absolutely say, yep. I'm with you. I'm with that. Yeah, I'm with that. He'd have been shining, yo. If he wouldn't have been no Muslim. You want to bet that?
Orthodox Muslim, probably still.
Huh?
Yeah, Orthodox Muslim. Like, like you got to get them. Like when you look at the golden age of Islam, them Islamic scholars put down some work, and even in terms of what we got in modern science, bro. Like they played a pivotal role. Like a lot of the people from the Enlightenment, they was reading them works, bro.
Yeah, but they were getting a lot of it from the Greeks, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean they got something from the Greek and they added on to it. Like everybody gets something from somebody, but they added on to it.
You went out. I don't know if it's me.
Yeah, probably you. I said,
Y'all hearing me?
Yeah, but they ain't just took the Greek and just as it
But
was.
here you go. What you say?
They built on it. They built on previous knowledge. Like there's even I think I don't know if it's in the War on Science or on my Stephen Pinker book, where it talks about they even have a scientific method. I forgot how they phrase it, but the method is just like the scientific method. And it talked about how all those readers in the Enlightenment for modern science, they were reading that work because during a particular period, that work was translated into I think translated over to Latin, if I'm not mistaken. It was translated over to where they can actually read the text. And they started, and so all the modern people from the Enlightenment were reading the works of Islamic scholars.
Yeah. You're right. You're definitely right. A lot of works that we have from ancient times we wouldn't have if it wasn't for the Muslims. But yeah, some of it they were just translating into their languages. It was not like original work, is what I'm saying.
No, but I'm saying like, yeah, they got some original work on top of that shit.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Bayat al-Hikaman, Baghdad, the House of Wisdom.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's my favorite go-to. Right? Why is that my favorite go-to? It's my favorite go-to because it helped guide me in the direction of knowing. Let me follow what was the Muslims doing. So when you talk about the Moors in Spain, right, in the golden age of the Moors, it was really the golden age of the Muslims.
Yeah.
There is no golden age of the Moors. That's a book written by Ivan Van Sertima. And once you understand that there was no golden age of the Moors, then you know it was the golden age of the Arabs. Then you got to find, well, why are we saying that Africans brought books to Europe? That's not what happened. It was the Arab expansion into Europe, led by certain generals. Okay. All right.
Yeah. The only contention I would have with that is not, I would say, the Muslim expansion, not the Arab, because it was mostly the Ottoman Turks.
This method is 10 times more effective than any existing solution, which means you may never have to.
I don't know who explains that.
Yeah, it was you, huh? I want to give me that to stop. Yeah, the golden age of Islam.
So which period are you calling the golden age? I'm so sorry. Are you talking about the Ottoman period or the?
I'm talking about the period when they had the House of Wisdom and the stimulated science and they reached their one and golden age. So it's the Arab expand. It's the Arabs, bro. There ain't no getting around it because money talk and bullshit walk. So they was expanding their empire into Europe. So they went across the Strait of Gibraltar, and Tariq, a general, I believe he was a Berber. Okay. They like some side like say he's Arab, but he was probably he was a North African, right? And he actually crossed in there and he went through so damn fast. He was like, man, that wasn't nothing, right? I believe it was Ruddock. He defeated the General Ruddock. But the only way he was able to defeat that general named Ruddock was because somebody was supposed to have run it back, right? He had kind of messed over their daughter or raped their daughter, so he just let them come on through and attack them. Okay, and so once the Arabs, the people with the money, the people who capital was in Baghdad, where you find the House of Wisdom, once they realized that they had made that advance that quick, y'all know what happened, man. They go right in and take over the army like they were supposed to and get their credit because it was their money. They first of all, they sent them out there on some, well, that's going to be a hell of a struggle. When they realized, they was like, oh, okay, bet. Let me relieve you and let me take over. That's what they did. They relieved him from his post, put an Arab in charge, right? And, they kept rolling. Yeah, so they took it at breakneck speed, bam, based off of one of those, quote unquote, I forget what king just, not Charlemagne, I'm about to mess up. One of them kings like, man, I ain't even got his back because he fucked over my daughter. So y'all can go ahead. And they just went on ahead and destroyed brother, right? And the point I'm making here is that this was part of the Arab expansion. Google Scholar.
Yeah, no, I'm not disagreeing. It's just that when you use the term Arab, it's a little bit I don't want to say convoluted, but it muddies it a bit because it was not all Arabs. I'm saying the Ottomans, the Turks, they had a huge part to play in that expansion.
In Baghdad?
So in all of it, they were basically the backbone of Islam for a good part up until about the 14th century.
That's about when it ended.
Yeah.
No, I ain't talking about then. What?
No, but it started with the Arabs, I agree. It started with the Arabs, I agree. But when it expanded, after a while, it was the Ottoman Turks that took over and it expanded it even more. And it was more, in my view, it was more prosperous under the Ottoman Turks than it was under the Arabs.
Now you the Uthman. We talking about you got the Uthman Empire.
Yeah.
The Amasids and all that. What we talking about here? Let's get where the hell Chef at? Chef missing it.
Umayyad, then you still not that. Let me see what the Umayyad period. I don't think that's that late. When the stretch all the way to the 14th, 13th century. Some say 14th century.
14th century, yeah.
When was the Umayyad period?
No, the Umayyad that was early. That was 7th century, 7th and 8th century.
Real early on. Really
yeah. So that was at the point where it just started expanding. So I'm saying that the Arabs, it would have been the Arabs at that point. But after a while, the Ottoman Turks took over and they expanded even more.
Hey man, I'm talking about when they went to Spain, yo. What you talking about?
See if in the pot. Look, who said Ottomans?
You talking about when they went to Spain, yo? What you talking about?
I'm talking about all of it.
All right, hold on. What you saying? Before I start arguing, what you saying?
Okay, so I'm saying,
what you trying to say,
when you say it's the Arabs, right?
You tripping. It's not gonna get around that, yo.
When you say it's the Arabs, I'm saying it was the Arabs in the earlier part of the expansion. But for the most of it, it was the Ottoman Turks. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Ran by who?
They were Muslims. But it wasn't controlled by the Arabs. That's what I'm trying to tell.
Okay, thank you. As long as you heard that word, keyword, controlled by the Arabs. That's my point I'm making. You can get technical, but they was controlled. Yeah, but I get you. The Ottoman Empire. Okay, let's go. Let's read this. Let's go. So you can't leave out the oop. Umayyad, 666 to 750. You got the Rashidim. The Rashidim Caliph was the first Caliph to succeed in Islamic prophet Muhammad. That's in 632 to 661, 661. Talking AD. Uthman, yeah. Am I saying it right? Umayyad. And then you got the Abids. That's
Abbasids.
750. Huh?
The Abbasids.
Abbasids, 750,
Yeah.
1258 caliphs, right? Watch
Yeah.
this. Whose borders reached southern France, into western China, in the east, it's a Anatolia, in
Anatolia.
north of the Sudan, in the south. This was one of the largest land empires in history. One of them. Okay, watch this. In the early 20th century, the First World War signaled the end of the Ottoman Empire. Ottoman Empire, also known as the Turkish Empire, okay, was an empire that controlled much of Southeast Europe, Western Asia, and North Africa between 14 to the early 20th centuries. What you talking about? What are you talking about? What you talking about?
The Ottomans only empire only ruled from 14. That's when it ended.
Yeah. 14 to the early 20th century. That's a lot of time. What you talking about?
Yeah, no, that's a lot of time. But between
he was off. Timeline died, killed you. Timeline killed you.
All right. All right. Yeah, but
I'm talking about the house. Come on, let's get it in. Look, I was talking about the Abids. Watch this, the House of Wisdom.
The Abbasids, yeah.
Yeah, also known as the Grand Library of Baghdad, refers to either the major Abid Public Academy, an intellectual center at Baghdad, or to a large private library belonging to Abid Caliphs during the Islamic Golden Age. That's my point. Let me share my screen. Yeah, boy, this is my favorite shit right here, almost. I say favorite almost, because this helps shape my atheism. I'm gonna show y'all in a minute. So right here we go. Baghdad, right? Private laws libraries, right? And watch this. So you can be all the Muslim you want, but if you ain't backing it with science, that's my point. If you want to be Black Power, it's got to be backed by science. Has to be. As the big caliphs during the Islamic Golden Age. All right, here you go. What's the Golden Age? The Golden Age was the period of cultural, economic, and scientific flourishing in the history of Islam, traditionally date from the 8th century to the 14th. It seemed like the dudes you talking about came in and messed it up.
but how they run from the 14th to the 20th if they messed it up?
I don't know, yo, but I don't know. Nah, they ain't messed it up. These dudes messed it up right here. Watch this. The House of Wisdom was founded either as a library, collection of police, Raham al-Rashid in the late 8th century, then later turned into a public academy during the Al-Ma'um, or was a private collection created by Al-Mazur in 754 to 775. It say to the house rare books and collection of poetry and what's regarded. It said the House of Wisdom and its contents were destroyed in the siege of Baghdad in 1258, leaving relatively limited archaeological evidence for the House of Wisdom, such that most knowledge about it is derived from the works and contemporary scholars of the era, such as Al-Tabari and Ibn al-Nadim. Why is this important? Go ahead.
No, I said I seem to have messed up the timeline. You're right.
So, but why is this important to atheism? Because it made me take a good hard look at the Greeks. Because they took a whole good hard look at the Greeks. Some of what they call them Platonists. Right? Pythagoras, niggas, the fuck the Pythagoras, and you know what I'm saying? And they had different groups. And so when I studied the Greek philosophers one after one, you know what I'm saying? I started to realize, though, that they was trying to innovate science.
Yeah, no, because for Plato, I think somebody
Platonists, that's Plato, that's the Platonists.
Yeah.
Those who follow Plato.
Yeah, I think no, I'm saying the manuscripts that we have, I think they're all in Arabic. The ones for Plato, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I read that somewhere. So yeah, a lot of the works that we have from the Greeks and from earlier cultures, a lot of that came to us through Islam.
Yep. Yeah, because really the House of Wisdom is really what? A translating house. What was they translating? They was translating the ancient Greek texts, right? They even talk about they might have translate. I got a book. I don't want to go get it. I don't feel like going to the garage, right? But it was talking about how they was how these Arabs were actually starting to translate some meta nature. But that's kind of I'm saying I don't want to say
they may have, you never know, but you know.
But we know a lot of stuff that was transmitted to the Greeks through ancient Kemet or Kemet because they lived there, right? And so like the Library of Alexandria wasn't an African thing, yo. And like y'all got everybody knock it off. It was a Greek thing. It was located in the city of Alexandria where it actually snows. So that's gonna throw the homeboys out the game. We're not doing the snow.
Yeah, but I feel like that would have been if that wasn't destroyed, that would have been an important thing. Because you know what they were doing in Alexandria is basically what they tried to do later in Baghdad, like you're talking about. Is that they try to get all the what they call the important literature from different cultures, get it together in one place.
Smart.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a good idea, but you know.
Smart.
Yeah. And they was able to. I think after a while they got a different type of ink.
Yeah.
So they was able to write shit that was more permanent. That was kind of like break down like papyrus and shit.
Yeah, and they didn't have paper yet, but the thing that they were writing on papyri, and you know they were able to do it better. That it's easier than writing on like goat skin and stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah. So and they held on to all that stuff. So that was how the Europeans got reintroduced to Greek philosophy.
Yeah.
Like they let us say that's the foundation for modern science. What the Arabs did.
Yeah, and even the Crusades, right? The Europeans they got a lot of stuff back from that. A lot of important stuff back from that when they were doing the Crusades.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna come here. Neoplatonism. See, this is my shit right here. This is what we do. This is how I got here. I'm showing you how we got here. So right here, you got bing, 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 bing. Greek philosophy impact on Islamic philosophy. Right? You got the Arab translation of Greek philosophical text. There you go, right there. We can just read all into it. That's the point I'm making here. And they was calling them what? They was calling the rise of Neoplatonists. Plato, those who studied Plato. Islamic philosophy online. Great website. Okay. So whenever we get to talk about, the white man is the devil, this, that, and the other, dog, the successful people incorporate other things from other people in other ways of life. Ladies and gentlemen, this is essential to development of a Homo sapiens sapien, an African American, is having the ability to take what's in front of you and make it better. So Islamic philosophy online is going to tell you how they incorporated, those Platonists, those who studied Pluto. They call them Platonists. All right, and you can click through the website, right? Translate page, how they actually translated it, and they'll give you certain Islamic philosophers, how they was founded. Here you go, look, we come here, look, watch this. The philosophy of Plato and Aristotle. There you have it. Okay.
And they were reading other people too, but these are just the famous ones.
Yeah, famous ones. Ibn Rashid.
Yeah, Ibn Rashid. What was he do? He did the Was he the one for like logic and reasoning?
I believe so, bro.
Huh?
I believe so.
Yeah, like the foundation. Like he reintroduced medieval Europe to all that shit.
Al-Fabari.
They put I think it was talking about how they start putting God and science on equal footing.
Yeah. Al
Separation.
Qadi. Look, Al Qadi's site. Look, boom, we can click it on. Bam, we can get Al Qadi.
That's when they started to separate science from religion and shit. They start,
Yeah, and guess what happened, y'all? Guess what happened when they did that?
Oh, I forgot, but
And the Enlightenment.
They shit got cracked. They cracked off to the golden age. That's the point. And guess what happened when they stopped? They ain't been able to beat the Europeans since.
no, because I forgot who became I think Kelly, whatever, but he banned all that shit and went back to
Yeah. He banned
shut everything down. They went
reading and math and shit. Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know.
What they call him? What they call a Muslim guy, man? The not the sheik. They call him a sheik, but what they call a Muslim, the teacher, not the Rebbe or Rabboni, but the Muslim dude. They call him a what, yo?
You mean the Imam?
Imam. Yeah. Imam, come on through. Right? They shut it down. They made it illegal, like you going against a law. They did all that. Yo, they ain't been able to beat Europeans yet since then.
Yeah. Yeah, because at the time when they were doing that, they were being successful. But then the Europeans took that model and they created the Enlightenment.
I think they took that when the Roman Empire. So let's really get it. So when the Roman Empire fell, right? Let's really get it to it. So the Romans were renowned, right? They were fucking renowned, going abroad, building bridges, doing all kind of like you just wasn't going. Like people think the Roman Empire was successful because of all their might. They were successful because of their might and their damn technology they had and how they could transform a whole area. That's what made them great. I mean, me and Chef had a great argument over that, right? When they went all the way, like they was going long distances and building bridges and defending beating up the tribes. They couldn't handle the signs, crazy, and then incorporating them. That's like the model the United States try to do. You know, like you beating up Germany, you make sure you take their scientists and bring them in. They was doing that. That's all the Mongols was doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Another important thing that they did too is that they never, before Christianity became established, they never actually banned anyone from practicing their religion.
Right.
They allowed you to keep your religion. That you just had to make sure you pay your taxes. That was the most important thing to them. So
you still had to pay homage to their God.
Yeah. You would, but you wouldn't be like, you didn't have to take their religion if you didn't want to.
Yeah, you don't have to take it, but you still have to pay homage to it. That's why the Christians were goddamn persecuted. They was like, nah, we ain't paying homage to them. They just refused. You know what I'm saying? That's why they got attacked.
Yeah, but then when they came to power, they did the same thing.
Yeah.
They started persecuting other people who weren't following them. So
of course. Yeah, but but Rome was like they were only, you can still do you. Basically. Homage to our God, then you can do your shit. They're like, no, we're not. We're not paying homage to your God at all. Like
just pay them taxes, Caesar. They ain't care.
That's all. Yeah, that's all they really cared about.
Yeah. But what was the guy named that was that taught?
Yeah, I know the guys
Darwin
talking.
I'm talking about the guy that taught Darwin, that gave Darwin the info on the guy that the insects.
You talking about John Edmiston?
Yeah.
Oh no, it was a Muslim.
I think it was I saw. What was his name?
I thought you were talking about the black dude. Which one are you talking about?
What? Let me look it up. What was his name? I thought he was a black dude. I know he was a black.
Oh, you talking about? Oh man, Al Jaheed.
Oh jeez.
I don't know. Yeah.
Al Jaheed was the guy who was talking about evolution before Darwin. John Edmondson was the guy that taught Darwin taxidermy and told him about the rainforest in South America because he was a free from South America, and he was teaching them taxonomy. Which and what he did was he started to talk about the daggone rainforest and how diverse the shit was. Like he was like, yo, what you seeing over here in England some damn way, yo, this is nothing. You have seen nothing till you hit that rainforest. you hit that rainforest, you're gonna see shit diversified, birds, you know what I'm saying? And so remember Charles Darwin actually went, Charles Darwin paid him to teach him how to stuff animals. Now, to be able to stuff animals, you ain't just cutting the animal, stuffing them. You would have to understand the actual biology. You have to know the skeletons, how all that shit lay, with the cut, how to cut without messing up. You had to know a wide range of things to be able to do that. And so Darwin actually sat in that man class, paid him a good wage, right? Because they had, the way they was looking at black people was totally different than how they was looking at them in America. Right? Remember Darwin came from a long line of abolitionists, and he was an abolitionist himself, right? He was anti-slavery. He was raised in an anti-slavery household. He was raised in a Christian household who believed in monogenes, meaning they believe God created everybody equally. So their religion made them think that they're reading up the Bible, said that God created Adam and daggone Eve. Simple as that. Didn't make no lesser humans. They made Adam and Eve, and just because you was a different color didn't mean you didn't come from Adam and Eve. And if God made you, then you gotta treat them the same. That was the household that Darwin came out of. So everybody be tripping when they go, he's a Ray. I don't know what he was, but his wife wasn't. She wasn't sitting around listening to that nonsense about don't treat people. She wasn't doing that. Their religion wouldn't get the grandfather. His grandfather actually started the European the abolitionist movement, right? And the seal is a black man breaking the chains. So I beat anybody up that want to talk that talk about what y'all think or how you think Darwin was raised. And so he didn't have a problem with the guy that taught him taxonomy. Like that wasn't a thing in England during that time to learn from a black person. They was far ahead in their thinking. They was forward thinking, right? Than the United States was. So he was able to listen and learn, and it actually changed his career path. Whatever that man said to him changed his career path. Prior to that, he was studying to be a surgeon. He was following in the footsteps of his father. His grandfather was a surgeon.
Tell you another thing, you look at Newton, and his shit, a lot of the shit he was doing was predated by Islamic scholars.
Sedgwick.
He practiced alchemy and shit too. Like a lot of people know, like Newton used to practice alchemy and all type of shit.
Yeah, he was a little bit wild.
He's wild. He's a wild boy. But yeah, a lot of his shit, bro. He got a lot of shit that the mother was doing that Newton would later on do. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't get enough credit because I got Christian state. Christian we are in this area, but yeah.
Yeah, you make the point. So let's go back to the point that Google Scholar said. That Google Scholar was talking about. So the real point I was trying to make, fella, went off into that long ass tangent. Was the Roman Empire and how when the Roman Empire fell, right, the institutions of writing and shit fell. Those dramatic trials wasn't writing. Britannica, the Brits, they wasn't writing. The Rus, they wasn't writing. You know what I'm saying? It's particularly in Britannica, they was not writing. The Gauls, they wasn't writing. So when they ended up, matter of fact, when they ransacked the Roman Empire,
Visigoths that sacked them, right? Visigoths.
Yeah, the Visigoths. Yeah, they was in the empire. They was fighting the army. They got tired of that. They got tired of being the cannon fodder, and they just took it. And so when they took it, they couldn't run the damn empire. So here's a news flash for y'all who want to take America. You know how y'all become black people gonna take it. You better be able to run it. You better have trading partners. You better be on par because it's gonna fall apart like the Roman Empire. Why am I saying this? So when that fell, they was Latin was the writing system, right? All that was gone. So then you got the Vikings and the boys and the Brits and the French that later on become the French and all that. Dude, literacy fell. Now, then they call it the Dark Ages. What was they called? They wasn't. Was you saying something?
No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you.
So what's the Dark Ages? In the conscious community, you thinking the Dark Ages meant that they was in the caves. No. A Dark Age simply meant they wasn't flourishing in literature. No real literature was actually being produced. And so you had to go all the way back to Rome to learn how to read Latin, to even read the Bible. Ha! Now, no, they wasn't stupid. They just wasn't producing literature. It was dark. They wasn't writing history. Why? The seat of that shit was in Rome. Rome was reduced to nothing. Okay? So, yeah, like he said, now to prove Google Scholar's point, it was the Arabs, the Muslims, Islam, that was saying, okay, this shit is lost. They started going back to the Greeks, you know what I'm saying, and picking it up, Roman texts and all that shit. They had to they translated ancient texts. Now, this is the thing that I found to be very funny. So at 1 minute, you call these people non-believers, pagans, and infidels, but yet you take their text.
It was good though.
To educate, and the movie says sign into a golden age. That's funny. I said all that to say that. But yeah, Google Scholar, you're right. The shit had fell, and they came and they revised it. And like Sosa said, man, they never gonna get them credit because they Muslims. But that's actually how my atheism got strengthened, because I did what the Arabs did, or what the Muslims, they studied the Greek philosophy. So when I started studying Greek philosophy, I was like, ha ha, right? And y'all know the famous one. Y'all know that this is the famous one right here. This is the famous. Y'all know the go-to. Y'all definitely know the go-to. Here go the go-to. Watch this. This is definitely the go-to. Oh man, where's that at?
What's that?
Watch this. You know, watch this. This the go-to. It's funny, I heard this, I was on this channel, what this channel was, and he was talking about 2 types of black atheism, yo. It kind of messed my shit up a little bit.
2 types of black atheism?
Yeah, yo, he was deep. It was deep. He was like the kind that was like saying, I'm gonna contact him and say, bro, you know you talking about me, yo, knock that off, yo. What you doing?
Yeah, I know Google Scholar disagree with my take on the Dark Ages. I know you do, Google Scholar.
Go ahead, let's talk about that.
Not too much, but you know, the Dark Ages, like said, it was a period of it was a period of low literacy, but it was more.
Yeah,
it was more so. Yeah, the idea that they weren't writing that much.
Yeah, and more people were isolated from each other. People didn't travel.
Yeah, well, yeah, because when the empire fell, the different factions became fractured.
Right.
So, yeah.
Saying like, so you might travel 50 miles and run into a whole group of people speaking different languages.
Yeah, they want it's just a period of not producing a whole lot of literature. That's it. They want just dumb. So right here, look, y'all know this the go-to.
It was dumb.
This would brought me into I come into the conscious community with this right here. In Western classical antiquity, theism was the fundamental belief that supported the legitimacy of the state. All right, was the polis, later the Roman Empire. Historically, any person who did not believe in any deity supported by the state was fair game of accusation of atheism, a capital crime. That's what happened to the Greek philosophers. They was you know what I'm saying? They was taking them to court because they was claiming that they wasn't believing in God. They was saying, no. We're just trying to give some natural explanations. Watch this. Charges of atheism, meaning any subversion of religion, right, were often used similarly to charges of heresy, impiety, as a political tool. See, it was a political tool to what? Eliminate the enemies. Early Christians were widely reviled as atheists because they did not believe in the existence of the Roman gods. Lock them up. During the Roman Empire, Christians were executed for their rejection of the pagan deities in general and the empirical cult, right, of the ancient Rome in particular. When Christianity became the Roman state religion under Theodosius I in 381, heresy became punishable offense. Yeah, that's good. Interesting.
Yeah,
right?
you notice how they write that though? What they said was the Christians were being killed for not believing in the Roman gods, but when the Christians took over, heresy became a punishable offense. They don't turn around and say the Christians were also killing other people for being heretics. You see how the language is skewed towards a certain viewpoint.
Mhm. Mm. So so remember I say, I'm definitely going against the state-sponsored religion. Islam, Christianity, and Judaism. This is where I got it from. All right, because I realized it was punished where he was punish you. And then, so that was like a soft blow for y'all. Because I know y'all, I knew you just, nobody was jumping straight out of it, like right here. Nobody, they crucifying us right now for teaching what we teach. You're like, don't you say nothing about nothing that Dr. Ben Book. You can't even say nothing about nothing Dr. Ben wrote. Don't do it. But I can do it because that's my man, yo. Yeah, I definitely can do it because I read the damn thing. I could do it. I know what the mistakes is. I know what the great parts of it is. I know what's palatable for the day, so I could do it. But this is heresy. This is you can't do it in the conscious media. Oh, don't get that vaccine. That's heresy. Don't what? You don't believe in God? What? Black man is God. What you saying? God killer, huh? Yeah.
Unless you're Black Jesus minister, he go crazy when you talk about that science stuff too.
Lord. So yeah, real black atheism used to be a soft landing spot, right? Now it ain't now it's a you need to James Webb, goddamn it. Yeah, you need to kind of like get straight or get left behind. That's where we at right now.
Really,
so we transition, huh?
It really was it wasn't until the internet really that opened me up to the amount of atheists that were out there. Because normally where you at, you're like the only atheist. you don't know no other atheists. Like I didn't grow up around any other atheists. Like, that was oddball. So when the internet opened up, there were atheist groups, and like, damn, there's 1,000. Like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, you didn't even know that was even a thing.
But even when I started knowing about atheist groups and stuff, I didn't know any black one. It was all white people.
Yeah, I was on a YouTube show called Black Atheist Group.
Yeah. Yeah, you weren't getting no. Yeah, all right, big yo, you crazy not leaving. Something had to make this.
Yeah.
Greek philosophies. What you talking about? The African philosophy. Come on, man. Like, yeah. So philosophy ended up becoming what? They became from the Greek philosophers, from their transition to the naturalist. So Charles Darwin was a naturalist. He wasn't considered a scientist. He was a naturalist. Right? So you go from the Greek philosophers. Sosa talked about the alchemy.
Yeah, alchemy became chemistry.
So they transitioned away from the nonsense.
Yeah, and astrology
became, then astrology, you got to do the astronomy, right? But then Europe had astronomy. Europe had astrology, right? China had its own astrology, so Europe couldn't get China because they already had the dragon and all that. But they converted everybody else in that nonsense. And that's why when you read little pamphlets of astrology, they say, yo, this is for entertainment purposes only. And y'all don't read that and y'all really be thinking, it's crazy. It said entertainment only, right? But astronomy, hey, so watch this. Astronomy is why I can always beat you on the Egyptian conversation.
Yeah. We gonna get you, y'all. We don't push you back in the new BA group in the Carter period. We gonna run y'all right back to that Green Sahara.
You ain't gonna run me. You don't got to. I'm so tight with this, yo. Like you can't get it. You can't get past NAFTA. See, I got something that I know y'all don't got.
Y'all gonna be running in circles, Sosa.
I've been past few days. I've been going over it. Trust me.
No, I think but so then you know I'm right then.
You don't play around with that shit. What?
Nah. So you know I'm right then. Hold on.
No, we gonna go past.
Hold on. If you the Sosa I know, you're gonna say that nigga got him.
You don't go past it because pre-dynastic Egypt predates Nakata and Nubian A.
Uh-oh.
1,000 years.
Uh-oh.
Oh, for who?
Never concedes.
Hmm?
Pseudo killer will never concede.
What you say, yo? Say it again. What you saying? What you trying to say, yo? The pre-dynastic
Predates Nubian A group and Nakata. Nakata like 4100 BC. Nubian A group like 3800 BC. They kind of run congruent. Pre-dynastic Egypt's 6000 BC. When you
Nah,
start,
you made that shit up, man. Get out. Shut up, nigga.
I'm gonna save it for the show. I'm gonna save it for the show.
Don't play. Stop it.
We're gonna save it for that. We're gonna say that for the show.
Stop it. Well, then watch this. Well, then pre-dynastic Egypt is squarely on the 4th and 5th cataract then. Bet I'll take that. You're right. Thank you for that very much. 4th cataract, 3rd cataract, 2nd cataract, 1st cataract in Upper Egypt. We good? Are we good? We good?
Yeah, but there's all types of culture that Egypt has.
Nah. Is we
Egypt has
good?
its own distinct culture.
No.
Early
You can't. You're gonna lose that. Yeah, you beat up.
Yeah, don't jump out the window.
I would say that.
Nah, you beat up, yo. You on some 90. You probably and I can matter of fact, I'm gonna get you. You had about you gonna have some sources that range from 1995 to maybe 2000, maybe.
We'll see.
Yeah, I ain't gotta worry about it. Yo, I'm A type. I ain't worried about and you better get that A group right. And you better get Nakata name right. Let's get off that Nakata. Let's call it NABT. You better know that.
Naptaplier.
Nah, just not the. That's called the Gold City, the Southern City, where the excavation really took place. So then why they name it Nakata? Don't get me started around this motherfucker now. Yeah, because Grested named it Nakata, right? Yeah, right.
Yeah, say the Nubian A group, that's only 3800 BC. That's where it begins. That's not later. That's
No, it don't.
Yeah.
Nah.
Nubian A group is 3800 BC. Trust.
Nah. I'm saying that the hell with the Nubian A group. I don't gotta worry about the Nubian. The hell with that Nubian A. First of all, ain't no Nubian A group. They made that up. Just call them A's or call them the A's.
Well,
got a lot of shit to read, bro.
It's still 3800.
Okay.
That ain't.
What that got to do with the 6,000? You ain't finding up at 6,000 BCE, but the shit I'm talking about. And I'm gonna lay back like this on you. I'm telling you now, you're not gonna find. If you talking 6,000, you're dead, man. That's me. You gotta get that to me, yo.
Shit, we'll see.
Hey, let me show y'all something, man.
I would save it.
You don't gotta save it.
You
hold that.
All of our.
I don't want to hear about it.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to hear about them that you think you got that. I don't want to hear about
I stand with Sosa. Until he fall.
Yeah, we're gonna save it. You know what I'm saying? It's late. I've been drinking.
Man, Sosa,
I've been drinking. Mine sharp. You know what I'm saying? But like,
hey, you gonna be killing him?
You'll get it when I'm sober. I can pull it up. You know what I'm saying? But I can do it by memory. But I don't want to be sitting there bumping.
Nah, you messed that up. Oh, I cannot believe you, yo.
Mess what up?
You gonna mess that up, yo? All right, let me make a declaration. And y'all remember I said this. Remember I said this, yo. When the war break out, y'all remember I said this, yo. Let me look in the camera when I say this. I'm gonna look in the camera. Before I share my screen, I'm gonna look in the camera. He don't got no bodies, no human being, no bones, no bodies at 6,000 BCE, no goddamn where, but where I'm talking about. Now he can talk that talk.
It's a culture, bro.
Now I don't want to hear that. You don't got no body. I'm gonna say this again. While he talking that talk, I'm showing you bodies. I'm talking you funerary. I'm showing you all that shit to make a culture. He talking that shit. He don't got no bodies at 6,000 BCE somewhere in the lower, what they call Upper Nile. Ain't none.
You got culture, bro. What you talking
about? You got a culture with no people. I like that.
If there's culture, there's people there. You know, we don't.
Nah, okay. What about name it? Name the cemeteries.
We don't
name the grave goods in the cemeteries.
We need bodies, and there's culture. There had to be people there. Who put the culture there?
No, I'm asking you. Do you have a graveyard?
Nah. We don't need a
graveyard. Yeah, right. Look. Hey, they don't call me God killer for nothing, yo. Let me share my screen, man. This is what I like to do. This is coming around the corner for y'all. Don't be stealing my shit. I'm suing you. I'm gonna sue you. Here you go. We're gonna come with the people of the Green Sahara in the last glacial max.
Yes, sir. Back to the Great Sahara.
Yeah. How the Africans developed civilization from the Sahara to the Nile Valley, West. Yeah, that's coming in your stores soon. Know what it is, yo. No, ain't no plagiarizing in it. Ain't no ain't nothing. I dare you. Now, this is how we doing it, yo. We gonna do it like this, yo. So the conversation for me is always based around my book that I'm writing for the last 3 years. Yeah, I love the conversation. So say it again. I know where all the grave sites are. I know where they not. I know the game they play. Let me give you the game they play. Y'all watch this. Let me set this up. You know I like the storyteller type of shit, right? Let me set this up for y'all. Listen, man. This conversation we having about the Nile Valley and all that, man. Listen, man. It's really about orientation, right? It's really about cultural awareness. Okay, what am I saying? I'm saying so when you come into a place, right, and your orientation, right, is of your greatness is in the Mediterranean in Europe, yo, then that's your orientation. And you bring that mindset, you bring that, what I talk about the Roman Empire and Christianity, you bring that Christian mindset to a place that's dark. They call it the dark continent. That's what they called it. And you bring that orientation with you and you bring your technology. Napoleon is the first one to bring the scientific community with him to Egypt. Let's get that straight. But then you got the Breasted and the Boys and the Risings and the Mortons and all that. Yo, we got the Texas crew. Look, we don't be playing, yo. Y'all should know who George Robbins is. Look, George Robbins, Josh Clark, Knox, Samuel, George, all these. If you don't know who this is, you ain't ready for this conversation right here, yo. You might as well go ahead. But they had an orientation when they went there. What was their orientation? The great northern race. Right? The Mediterranean, that's their orientation. To them, the greatness was in the Mediterranean and Jesus Christ. So when you go to a place and you find some mummies that's older than Jesus Christ in the Bible, you're like, oh shit, you just killed my orientation. So first of all, they couldn't get around the fact that Egypt was older than the Bible. They couldn't get past that. Imagine being in a world where you thought that humanity started in the goddamn Garden of Eden amongst some white people, dog. Go figure that out. Think about that. See, we ain't really thought about it. When Concrete Coy and Cheffenel was arguing, they ain't thinking that Rising and them are Christians. Not only are they Christians, they think that black people came from monkeys. Oh, you don't think it? Watch this. Let's do it. Where you at? Hey, Juju, you ready? Where you at, Juju?
I'm right here. I'm ready.
You ain't ready.
Let's do this.
Let's do it. Maybe Google Scholar know. Hey, Google Scholar, what they said was 5 races, right, Google?
5 races, yeah.
Can you name the 5 races? Watch how this go. Watch me save Dr. Ben on this. And I ain't forgot about the orientation because this shit is important. Y'all just got to stick with me. What's the 5 races, bro?
I'm not sure, but I think it was the Caucasus.
Stop. 1. Where does Caucasus? Where they live at?
Caucasus Mountain.
They originated from the Caucasus Mountains.
Okay. Next.
Negroid.
Stop.
Yeah.
Where the Negroes live at?
Well, they came from Africa.
Oh, any particular part or just Africa?
Just Africa.
Oh, we gonna see. Oh, okay. Boom. What's the next one?
They how you call the Asians? What
Mongoloids.
Mongoloids, yes.
Where they live at?
Asia, East Asia.
China.
Yeah.
Okay, Native Americans. Where they live at?
America.
And the last one, Oceania. Where they live at in the islands?
Australia.
Okay, so now watch this. Watch me work. Watch this. So at that point in history, right, when they walked their happy ass in Africa, they considered Africa to be the what? The dark continent. Why? Why the dark continent? Because they was like the niggas is from there. The ones with the big lips and the peppercorn hair. They thought all that shit was like that. Oh. But when they got to Egypt and seen them niggas, because they seen them, I was like, oh shit. We thought, watch this. This is shit people had to deal with. They called them the the white black race. This is what we had to deal with, the white black race. Egyptians, the white black. They was like, and those Negroes that are here, they have been colonized by the Egyptians. Am I making that up, Sosa?
Yeah. I mean, I start with the modern people, but I don't.
Hold on. So when the first people that started Egyptology had an orientation to the great northern race, breasted, the one that started to trying to translate the text and do all that, his orientation was that the great northern race included Egypt. Rosner, he's the one that did the digs in what he called Nubia. Nubian is actually a word from the Roman times, gold. That's a Roman word. There wasn't anybody called Nubians in ancient time. They made that shit up and they call them the ABC 1, 2, 3 niggas. And they said the ABC 1, 2, 3 niggas are numerous. Do we have to look up the word numerous? They said that these skull types, because they used the craniometrics, right? Norton and them, right? Morton. Who is this Morton guy? Morton guy is actually said to be the father of scientific racism. Wait a minute, man. Wait a minute. So we got the origin of scientific racism actually digging in Egypt, helping to start the scientific field of Egyptology with an orientation to one, Christianity, two, to the great northern race, and Breslin said it's the great Mediterranean race, the invading race theory that actually started Egypt. And now it's 2022, and I got to have a conversation again. I'm not gonna lose, no matter what they say, because my orientation is proper. Right? My orientation was actually developed through this man right here. It's proper. Indigenous Africans.
Wow.
No matter how much the nigga lied about on his resume to get a job. See, I can't argue about a man, right, lying on his resume to some white people in 1967. I can't even get mad at you now. How many of y'all lie on y'all resume right now working y'all job? Shh, don't say it.
Dr. Ben said they found Carthaginian coins.
Wrong. Pseudo.
Carthaginian coins buried.
Pseudo.
250.
Pseudo.
So
you're right.
Did he make that shit up,
Nah, no. Remember, I'm the pseudo. No, remember, I'm the pseudo guy.
No, where did he get it from?
Look, y'all know I can go to the great library in that motherfucker and find the magazines that was spoken at, and it was archaeological magazines. Don't get me started around this motherfucker. Y'all know I do it. I dig all day tonight, won't go to sleep till I find them motherfuckers, yo. And had them bitches ready to go tomorrow. Don't test me with that.
I know about the nigga that made the fake shit.
He didn't make that up. That's not his creation.
No, the nigga, I know the white boy that made that was forging them shits.
Yeah, but they ain't know they was a forgery off the bat.
They found out it was a goddamn forgery.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I get you. You're right. I'm not Phoenicians and all. You know I know about the Phoenicians.
Yeah. You know, right.
You remember I had the white boy on my show, yo. I had the master teacher that shit on my show before the white boy, yo. Don't forget that. Anyway, let me get back to the orientation now. Let me get back to the Egyptology, the start of Egyptology. That was actually the niggas taking the skulls. And let me give you the name of the book. Here you go. This is deep. Watch this. This is why I'm not gonna lose. I'm not gonna get everything right, but I'm definitely not losing. You know, trust me, I'm not gonna lose the conversation on this. It's too much. Like the orientation is too great. Like the way they orientated the whole shit, their orientation was towards their culture, the Mediterranean. That's the head schools of thought called the Orientalness, the Orientals, meaning they were studying it from, remember the Oriental Institute, that's breasted. Why would he name it the Oriental Institute? Because this orientation was to Asia. So now you're looking at people that think we just come from monkeys, ignoring what Charles Darwin actually said, right? Watch this. The name of the book, ladies and gentlemen, is it's the name of the book. Drum roll. It's called Crania Egyptos, or Observation of Egyptian Ethnography. Who's the author of this book? The author of the book is Samuel George Morton. Who the hell is Morton? The father of scientific racism.
Mm.
Do we gotta look him up? Y'all think up? Yeah.
I got this.
I'm just crying racism. Wait a minute. We're saying that the scientific study called Egyptology, right? The father of scientific racism that made it fashionable. Watch this. It made it fashionable for slavery in the United States so they could hold their head up. Remember, in Europe, right, and in Rome and in Greece, right, you must be cultured and you must have science behind anything you do. So the fact that science backs slavery and those Negroes are partially humans gives us the right by God to enslave them because science says so. Not because the Bible says so, because science says so. And they perceive themselves to be cultured. And science is what makes you cultured and makes you intellectual. Now I can invest my money and I don't feel bad because science says so. This is the orientation to the great northern race that I'm talking about. This is my point here. Right? Once again, there is nobody called new, but you got to use the word. No, they called them the A group, the B group. They did everything because they don't know their names. So
they don't know the name, but the cultures are distinct. The burials are different. So
Whitney hoped that
when you look at the Nubian A group burials, how they're buried on the side, they're distinguished. I think there's a bunch of burials in that Nubian A group period. And the Nubian B group, they thought was a different group, but it's actually the Nubian A group that was devolved. So
you see that slip and punches, quarter with the shoulder roll. That look, Miss. Yeah, I know that, bro. But we talking 6 steps. I'm not. Listen, man. They think I'm gonna come with the cattle coat. I'm not. Why wouldn't I use the cattle coat? Because you can find a cattle coat in Asia. You can find a cattle coat in Europe. That's not what makes what I'm talking about indigenous deep root African. Y'all got to tune in to find out what makes it that.
They're all African. All of them African.
No. That's not what we playing right now. We're not gonna play they all.
Not trying to put me in. I'm not saying they ain't African. It's all indigenous African.
No. Yeah. But we want to talk about the southern population of Africans right now.
All Africans.
That's what we want. We want to focus on the southern population right now. The first cataract, the second, the third, the fourth. Can I prove the first, second, third, and fourth, and Upper Egypt, which is right there, that shit didn't even exist? I'm giving away too much right now. Shut it down a little bit. But my point is the orientation factor. I think this is really important. And this is what I got to give y'all, right? I'm trying to show you how your orientation will affect you. So even when they was digging and they started to realize that these fucking mummies is older than the Bible, you know what I'm saying? Like remember 4004 BCE was when the Catholic priests.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the whole scientific race.
What's his name, yo? What's his name, man? God damn.
That's not important.
It is, yo, because he said the world was only 4004 BC
years old.
In July, nigga. July the 1st.
What's called Usher.
Bishop Usher. Damn.
Yeah, I'm familiar with all that.
And I wrote about that. That's Bishop Usher. Right. So they couldn't go against that, yo.
At modern material. We don't go back in. That's why we pick up our reading on modern stuff. We don't get our information from.
No. I know. No. Of course you wouldn't. But I'm trying to show you the mindset that they went in. They went in on that mindset. You get the point I'm making, yo?
Yeah, white people were racist. Yeah.
No, I ain't. No, man. Not. I mean, you know what I mean, yo.
Yeah, white people were racist. Yeah.
Yeah, yo, but it's not. No, it's a difference between. No, I want y'all to know it's a difference between being racist and being the motherfucker that ushered the shit in. You know that's the difference, right? And then you be the one digging in the fucking ground. Now, you know I can't listen to you at all. Like, I ain't listening to that shit. Like, y'all got to knock that off. And I'm saying I hear some of those same sentiments. Whenever you orientate yourself towards the Mediterranean, you're doing it. We're not listening to that. We don't even want to hear that. You can't even get around it. You better have a better explanation than that.
Yeah, but we ain't even got to deal with the Mediterranean.
You ain't got no choice.
We just gonna deal with the specific cultures in those particular areas in Upper Egypt. I mean, we're just gonna deal with those particular cultures in and around that Upper Egypt, in and around that the Nubian A group, the Naqada period, and we're gonna deal with that pre-dynastic period. We're gonna deal with that 6,000 BC, some of the archaeological finds and what made it distinct. You know what I'm saying? Like I think when we have these conversations, people don't really have a working understanding of hunter-gatherers and then how hunter-gatherers go to chiefdoms. So we kind of think that these just individual people walk around just mixing and matching and just niggas is going over here. Like, nah, these people are clans. So even though they're in the particular areas, you know, particular clans, they still got their own little thing that distinguish themselves from each other before they even come to the Green Sahara. They got their particular rituals in place within each and every different hunter-gatherer group that would later start grain collecting and become large enough to become chiefdoms. But you know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to unpack that concept to truly understand how one group of people can be distinguished from another by culture.
What'd you say? I'm listening to you.
You know what I mean? So yeah, like I said, so I'm ready because I see y'all, like I said, when y'all ran in Nubian A group with the Naqada, I was like, yeah, I ain't going back far enough.
Oh, I ain't on no A group. I'm saying I'm at the what they call it the Neolithic Revolution, bro. Yeah, that's 6,000. You ain't finding them. Then I know the difference between a village. Come on, dog. Like, I know how the chieftains came about. Like, I'm gonna beat niggas up. Jump out there, yo. It's fun time for me, yo. Yeah. Like, I study Africa, yo, and the fact that I study Africa allows me to see Egypt in Africa. So I know it ain't in Mesopotamia because I know the difference between how society started. I know this shit. I can dream it. I can dream it.
We ain't got to deal with Mesopotamia. We're gonna just deal with Africa.
Bobby say he true to this. He ain't new to this.
Yeah, I dream it, yo.
Gotta bring Mesopotamia up.
I dream archaeological surveys. Shit. What? This is what I want to show.
We're gonna deal with Mesopotamia. We're gonna deal with the people.
Yeah, and that's a great conversation for us to have, yo. What? So right here, yo, Samuel Morton. Samuel Morton is often thought of as the what originator of the American school of what, y'all? Ethnography, a school of thought in the antebellum American science that claimed the difference between humans was one of the species rather than variety, and is seen by some as the origin of scientific racism. See, that's your man.
Yeah, scientific racism is real. Soon we're gonna talk about Galton and everybody. Like, come on, man.
That's your man, yo.
Yeah,
all right, here you go. Look, after inspecting 3 mummies from where y'all ancient Egypt catacombs, Morton concluded that the Caucasians and the Negroes were already were already distinct 3,000 years ago, since the biblical indicated that Noah's Ark had washed up on Mount Ararat only 1,000 years ago. Before this, Morton claimed that Noah's sons could not possibly account for every race on Earth. According to Morton's theory, polygenesis races has been separated from the start. Yeah, look what he doing, yo. He taking real skulls. He got the measurements. He doing that shit right. That he rock with the measurements and shit. He right. He's not wrong about those measurements. How do we know? Because the guy from Germany was doing the same type of measurements, and they was coming up with the same thing, right? So we understand that craniology or craniometrics wasn't pseudo. What made it pseudo was the way they espoused on it. So when he started to say that based off of the skull size, this nigga is stupid, that's when he was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Not the fact that he did that. So he says, we come right here, he said he claimed that each race had a separate origin and that a descending order of intelligence could be discerned that placed Caucasians at a pinnacle and the Negroes at the lowest point with various other race groups in between. Okay, he said Morton had many skulls from ancient Egypt and concluded that the ancient Egyptians were not African. See, that's the dude that did that, bro. Let me go back. Listen, here you go. There you go. Yo, you know how long this went on, yo? Yo, Dr. Ben, you had to have the Cairo Symposium. Dr. Ben wrote this book before the Cairo Symposium. You got to go through all that shit, and we still arguing that shit with certain individuals about them being African. They're African, but they're not. You know how they say they're African, but they're not really African. They're not y'all African. Oh, that's the same shit. You saying the same thing Morton said. But watch this, but we're Caucasians. So how are the Black scholars supposed to respond to this, y'all? His results were published in 3 volumes, 1839, 1848, Cretania, what I say, America, we're talking about the Americans, and the Inquiry into Distinctive Characteristics of Aborigine Race of America, and Cretania Egyptus. Morton's skull collection was held in the Academy of Science in Philadelphia until 1966, when it was transferred to the Penn Museum, where it is presently curated. Yeah, yo. Yeah, ain't nobody getting paid. Everybody knock that off, yo. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we in the South should consider him as our benefactor for aiding most maturely and given to the Negro his true position as an inferior race. Right. Yeah, so that's why the daggone quote unquote you know the Negro. But the funny part, y'all want to hear something funny? Can we look up the word numerous? Can you look up the word numerous for me, Juju, real quick?
What is it?
Numerous.
Numerous?
Yeah,
it means many.
Huh?
It means many.
I don't believe it. We want to see it on the screen.
Numerous. Hold on.
Because all we got to get him saying is, yo, these skulls I'm finding here are numerous in Egypt. Then it's over. The contest is over, right? Let me end the contest.
Now I like you talking about cradiometrics, morphology and shit. Like, come on, huh?
Yeah, so you saying what you saying? Don't fuck it up.
I don't care what type of phenotype they had.
No.
I don't care if they were closely related to Northeast Africans. I have no concern with that. I'm talking about who was who depending on culture.
Nah, I don't want to do the culture.
Look like Reggie or they look like Juju. Nah, that's not what I'm.
Juju, what that say, Juju?
It says consisting of great numbers of units or individuals.
Say it again.
Consisting of many or consisting of great numbers of units or individuals. Numerous.
Oh, shit.
Consisting of great numbers of units or individuals born into a numerous family also. Many receive numerous complaints.
Many, huh?
Many.
Many men.
Right.
Many men.
Right.
We're gonna do 50 Cent. Many men.
Dr. Ben made numerous mistakes.
Wait a minute, yo.
Many
men.
Yeah.
I know more.
What you puffing on, Reggie?
Upper underground.
Okay. You got some brown sipping with it? Got a little
iced tea. No liquor. I gotta be sober when Unc talk.
Juju,
when Unc be talking, I got to be sober.
Heard.
You hear his terminology?
We smoke
Southern.
He's smoking on that Nubian A in the cot over here, right?
We gonna change.
Y'all funny.
Yeah, we gonna listen to Unc's terminology. Southern. He not talking about what these Kemet people and Egyptologists are talking about. He is talking about Southern. I like that.
We're at Southern. Southern is a pretty ambiguous term.
He's talking Brooklyn Museum Southerner.
He ain't talking about South.
He talking what they try to call sub-Saharan.
Yeah, we're gonna look at them graves and we're gonna see
yeah,
what them graves look like and who them graves represent.
We need to raise some money for Anka Kek. I think Anka Kek is onto something that's documentary ready. We need to see him like Dr. Clark in that chair with the lights on. He got something. He's cooking. He just playing. That's why I got my cigar. Unc is playing with y'all tonight, boy. Huh? He's luring y'all into a trap. Be careful.
Yeah, he's gonna jump out. I already shot him away from it. I said, yo, do you got any bodies? No, I ain't got no body. I got some cook. I don't talk to me then, yo, because I'm gonna give you the full. I'm gonna give you the bodies. I'm gonna give you the grade goods. I'm gonna give you all that. Don't talk to me if you don't got no bodies, no grade. I don't want to hear the culture. You can't have culture without people.
Don't do the Bible on us.
They don't do the Bible on us, bro.
Yeah, don't. If the culture there, then there's people there. That's what I'm saying. That's why that's crazy.
No, I'm saying
if you ain't got them bodies, them graves, them goods in the grave, if you ain't got that, you're doing the Bible stuff.
They got goods in graves.
Where? In Mesopotamia?
No, I'm talking about
in the Levant.
I'm talking we in Africa. I'm talking about.
He said it's 6,000 BCE.
Yeah,
all right.
We got goods in graves, bro.
We got cattle in graves, y'all.
That's common knowledge. That ain't even some.
Where the cattle in graves in the Levant in Mesopotamia? Where that at?
We ain't dealing with Mesopotamia.
Where the Mediterranean Negroes at?
We're gonna deal with the goods found in the graves. We're gonna deal with you know what I'm saying. We're gonna deal with the copper. We're gonna deal with them ornaments and beads, all that shit they found.
Yeah, but what's in the Mediterranean graves? Show me the bodies. I want to see the.
We ain't dealing with the Mediterranean. We're dealing with the Africans.
Sosa, wasn't you? This is my brother King Sosa. Wasn't you with them? Wasn't with you a couple of weeks ago with Gullah Geechee and all of them and.
Oh, the Mesopotamian influence? Oh, that's a fact.
Yeah, wasn't you with them people?
Yeah, the Mesopotamian influence is not. That ain't even debatable. We dealing with the.
What's not debatable?
It's not debatable. No expert.
You ain't got no evidence.
No experts debate Mesopotamia.
No Mesopotamia influence is just.
Show me the experts that's debating Mesopotamia.
We got Chinese influence in America, bro. That don't mean nothing.
I don't want no analogy.
No, I'm saying that's the same analogy though. Let's get.
I don't like analogy. I like
no. I'm telling you
Mesopotamia
that the influence that you find on American culture from China based off of trade goods is the exact same influence you get from Mesopotamia on Africa. Now, are you saying no? I want to make sure I'm listening.
Go get that.
No. I'm saying, what are you saying? I want to hear it. I need to hear it. I need to get you on
tape. With the article we read by the experts talking about Mesopotamia.
No. I'm asking you one more.
Wine come out of that Levant.
Tulsa, I'm asking you one more goddamn time. Is it more than the Chinese influence? Yes or no?
Yeah, it's more than that, bro. It's more.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have them on tape. We got them. Finally got them. Yeah, you're done.
Hey, pots don't mean people.
Man, who put the pots there? Did the pots roll to themselves?
Yeah, trade.
No, I'm not. That's what the
trans-regional trade.
I'm not talking a re-peopling. People ain't going over there. I'm talking about influence through trade.
Nah. Where you got that? You got that for
talking the same way that the cherry was introduced to Egypt, which influenced their.
No, that's later. We in a different
No. I'm giving an example how something could be introduced, right, and influenced. But Egypt took what they had, right, and adapted it. Right?
Yeah, but we care about the people.
Yeah, but I'm just giving you an example of influence so you understand what I mean when I say influence.
I want to see the bodies. I want to see the cranials.
Nah, I don't know. I don't care what they look like. I'm not concerned with
not what they look like.
I don't care if they tall, short. I don't care what their morphology is. None of that.
They not.
I don't know what. Check the kitchen.
They not Mediterranean. They not Levant.
No. Nobody said that they're Mediterranean. We talk about influence.
Who the North Africans?
North Africans are North Africans.
Yeah.
Who are they? Are they more akin to?
Now you're talking genetics. So you want to talk about genetics?
I'm talking cranial.
I mean, so you think that people in North Africa would be different cranially or morphology than their neighbors?
No,
ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's crazy.
No,
ain't nothing wrong with that, bro.
Nah, those people in those particular areas are going to share an affinity.
Huh?
They're going to share a type of affinity, bro. If they're in that region.
Oh, you're going to get beat up. I can tell.
That's
beat up.
That's evolution.
Give me your source.
Don't worry about it, Reggie.
Shamaka Kita, what you got?
He flapping.
That's evolution.
Pull up Wikipedia. Show us your source.
On what? We saving that. We saving that. On what though?
You ain't saving it. We can Google too.
On what?
We can go. We can Google. We can go to the library.
Past few days, I've been reading, and I've been checking out what the Black scholars say about Nubia. I even took a little time today to get into the Moretic soul ruling queens and shit up there at the Kush and shit.
Well, you coming along? You sounding.
I do a lot. I do the work to beat up, and I do a little extra just for myself, just for the
You ain't gonna beat me up. You don't know my position.
A little hors d'oeuvre. You know what I'm saying? I get a little side salad. So you know what I'm saying? To build myself up.
Trust me, yo, you're done. Y'all gonna need all the king horses and all the king men. They ain't gonna be able to put Humpty Dumpty back together again once I finish.
Unc said you hit like a girl, Sosa.
I'm rocking with them experts. I hit like an expert here. Like I said, I don't make no claims.
Girls hit hard, Juju. I don't know what you're talking about. They hit hard in your pockets.
The experts make the claim. I don't make no claim.
Women hit hard, boy.
Yeah. I took us to the history of racism in America. I can't debate that. Yeah, the scientific racism exists.
What I do? Here, I'm gonna share my screen, yo.
Of course, yeah, yep. Hermetic hypothesis, you better believe it, bro. Yeah, all that.
Nah. Here y'all go. Let me share my screen. I'm getting them out of here. I don't want to hear nothing of what he's saying right now. Get them out of here. Look, I'm sourcing up. Let me source up. This for y'all. This for y'all eyes only right here. Look.
What date?
What we reading right here, y'all? We at Penn State University, right?
What date?
Penn State, yo. Morton's Cranial Collection, Penn State. Look, Penn Museum. That's what didn't I just read on the Wikipedia? This is where they keep it at? All right. So we start with Wikipedia and we end in the source, don't we, Juju?
Why we talking about what the head look like? I don't care what kind of shape they had.
Nah, don't worry about it, bro. You don't got
what they look like. I don't care if they was tall or short.
Yeah, I see all that. Look.
Noses, nasal line, I don't care none of that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I get it. You can smell your death. Here you go. So we'll read right here. All right, we'll read right here. Juju, keep that definition right there. It said the findings Morton presented in the Crania Aegypti were that Egypt was founded at some long ago date. Remember I talked about that? But after the Great Flood, see, now they're trying to figure out, it was after the Great Flood though. It said furthermore, Morton argued that the ancient skulls in his collection came from a number of existing races, all right? Don't forget the statement here, right? Morton had already made such a statement in Crania America in 1839. There he wrote that recent discoveries in Egypt had shown beyond all question that Caucasians and Negro races were perfectly distinct in Egypt 3,000 years ago. All righty, so he said Caucasian and Negro races. Looking at the skull, were perfectly distinct in Egypt 3,000 years ago, just as they are now. Okay, goes on to say, he asserted that the alteration of racial traits by external Caucasians was a physical impossibility. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Right here. Here we go. Watch this. Thus, it was Morton's long-standing assertion that racial divisions of humanity had been in place since ancient Egypt, without changing since then. So any scholar that he found that fell within what he considered to be the Negro, right, he made sure that they were separated from the Egyptians or the quote-unquote Caucasians. It say he also concluded that ancient Egypt was originally peopled by a branch of Caucasian race. Remember I told you to orientate? That's his orientation, right? Caucasians, where? Okay, who ruled as kings of Egypt. See, the niggas couldn't have been kings, right? He further asserted, but this the dagger. He further asserted that Negroes were numerous. But can you read that definition for numerous again, Juju?
Many. You want me to read the definition for numerous? It was many.
Yeah, read it. That's what
Right.
it just said. What did it say?
Many types.
Many. Okay. So furthermore, he asserted that the Negroes were numerous in Egypt, but their social position. See, it wasn't that they was arguing that when they got there, they realized that they was there, because that's the same thing Reisner said. He said, but their social position in ancient times was saying that it is, that now is, that the servants and slaves, I'm gonna read this again for you. I'm gonna read it like David read it. He further asserted that Negroes were numerous in Egypt, but their social position in ancient times was the same that it now is, that of servants and slaves. So it wasn't a fact if they was there or not, it was their social position that they claimed it. Morton also illustrated in Crania Egyptica with lithographs of skulls, although not as large as the ones from Crania America. Morton's financial difficulty with the Crania America may have led him to reduce production costs with the more modest Crania Egypta. But I think I made my point here. At the onset of Egyptology, the argument wasn't whether the skulls that didn't measure up with the living Negroes, because you know they measured the Negroes that died in like 1800s, they measured their skulls too. That's how they made that, right? They measured those skulls, right? So that's never was a pseudoscience. The pseudoscience is saying just because I have tropical limb proportions and my skull might be a different size than say a Caucasian might have shorter limb proportions, that he is more intelligent than me. That is the pseudoscience, not the measurements. And the fact that my skull may be slightly smaller, slightly bigger, right, doesn't make another species of Homo sapiens sapien. Just because my skin might be darker or yours might be paler and you might have blue eyes doesn't make me a different Homo sapiens sapien. That is the scientific racism. So I'm gonna say this real good for all y'all Negropeans watching. And we're gonna end it with this, right? That the skulls that he measured, it wasn't a debate whether the niggas was there.
Right.
It was their social positions that they was talking about. Because in their orientation to the north, niggas were servants and slaves. I'm done. I'm done. Now. Don't talk me to death about that.
Nobody disagrees with that, huh? Yeah.
Disagrees with that. Right. Yeah. So I just wanted to bring that instant Campbell whip ass out real quick.
Yeah, the Mediterranean niggas.
But where the modern experts pick up, they don't pick up at that point. They pick up in 2022.
No, but the Mediterranean niggas think that because they were Mediterranean niggas, that they must have been smarter, that they gave Egypt and Nubia their culture. They influenced their culture. I see you, Mediterranean niggas.
Yeah, it's not about being smarter, man. It's just influence.
Influence, well, who is the direction of the influence? That means somebody is influencing somebody else. That's a social construct. It
depends, Reggie. If I'm taking stuff to you and you're taking what I give you and you're adapting it, then that's influence. But if I take some stuff from you and I don't make an adaptation to it, then what you're giving me is not influencing me. If I take your pottery and I don't,
you're on the fence, Sosa.
I'm listening. If I take your pottery and I don't disregard my pottery, then you didn't influence me. See what I'm saying? You see how that works?
Yeah, but the argument about 6 weeks and before that, we was fighting for our lives.
Y'all still are. Y'all still are.
No, you ain't got no sources.
You still fight for your
I'll
life.
hit you with the social construct. What you got?
Nah, he in with the racism joint. We already know.
Right, but the white folks.
Enough education on the racism, scientific racism.
Yeah, but the Mediterranean niggas, that's what they was hitting us with.
Nah. It's deeper than
That's why you use the word Mediterranean. And we know that humans at that time, they congregated around fresh water from the rivers, not the fucking sea. The sea is death. You can't drink that water. You can't feed your cattle that water.
Yeah, I ain't debating that. That's a whole nother debate. I ain't getting into that. I'm talking about.
But the Mediterranean is basically
talking about the cultures in Upper Egypt that will become dynastic Egypt, and how, in what ways can we distinguish the different cultures? And is Nubian culture Egyptian culture, or is it a distinction between Egyptian culture and Nubian culture? Because when the experts speak, all you're gonna hear is contemporary, you're gonna hear entanglement, and you're gonna hear share ideas. You're not gonna hear one mothered the other. You're not gonna hear one mother.
Yeah, because what they have done is they've created transplant terminology to fool you, so you don't know how to fix the terminology.
I'm fooled. They got me fooled.
The experts put that on
every time.
Hey, Juju, put that on speed. On speed recording.
Yeah, the experts fool me every time.
They got them fooled. I got it.
Yeah, the experts fool me every time.
Oh, but what about when the experts have bias?
So you
they just showed you the bias.
So you're saying that the experts are lying because they don't say that Nubia mothered Egypt.
Ain't no
Nubians. They're lying.
Ain't no Nubians.
Wherever that Nubian A group, the Carter culture, mothered Egypt. Is that what you're saying?
Nope.
Is anybody making that claim?
Nope.
Okay, then who mothered Egypt?
You'll find out.
You find out, bro.
Yeah. Is there a distinction between Egyptian culture and what will become Nubian culture?
There's no distinction, right, of the culture that they came out of that would break off and form Egypt and Nubia. That culture they came from, there is no distinction. And I'm gonna beat y'all up. I got you. Son, I got you. I got you, son.
If there's no distinction, then why would we carry different religions? There's no distinction.
Black people might lie.
Nah.
White people could lie, but that goddamn dates and archaeology don't.
Right. So
keep reading.
If they're one and the same, then why are their religion different?
Oh, they only.
I know you're talking about, Reggie.
Why are their motifs different?
No, who are you talking about? The Egypt? Who are you talking about?
What will become Egyptian and what will become Nubian?
Right.
Only shit you got is that Kustal incense burning, and that shit's up for debate.
I ain't need to.
That bullshit is up for debate. That shit is up for debate. So I don't even bring up that goddamn.
Give me a source that's up for the debate.
Reggie,
the Oriental Institute of Chicago.
That's where Bruce Williams.
Kustal incense burner, and then.
No, I'm with you with that. So I agree with you. Like I couldn't use that because it tells you what it is. They be like, we don't know. Pick a side on that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna use it.
All right.
I could though, but I don't use it.
I use it.
Yeah, I know Reggie uses it, Reggie. Yeah, I know Reggie uses it.
Yeah, I'm off.
I use it because Reggie's boss with this shit.
Reggie think he just make his own shit. He just do his own shit.
Reggie know the Bruce Wayne. Go ahead, talk about the story real quick, yo. We got about 3 more minutes left. Sosa having fun. Sosa sipping over there. I ain't gonna do him like that.
The early culture below the first cataract, while wet, right? There was a culture there, right? It is not only Kusal instance, brother. There's also rock
That's what you want
art.
to talk about. Oh, you want to talk about the rock art? I showed
Right.
them that.
So
They don't believe
is
it.
there a distinction between can they make a distinction between what will become the Egyptian can they make a distinction between the different
Well, let's not go to Egypt
that's
yet.
important because they can look at particular rock arts
We're talking 4,000 BC, 3,800 BC.
yeah, that
I'm
early.
talking 31, 3,200. That's like 800 years later.
I'm saying 44 and 30. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? He in the kata. I'll beat a nigga in the kata. I'll whip a nigga ass in the kata.
Hey, only got the name. Hold on, but you don't got the name in the kata. You got the wrong name.
Look, I'm gonna use the Nakata culture, the Nakata 1, 2, and 3. Y'all
Reggie, you got the wrong name, yo.
I don't need the indigenous name. I'm rocking with the European terminology.
Oh,
that's
you are Afro-European.
That Nakata at 4,100. That's when that Nakata is. 4,100 BC.
Oh, goodness gracious.
There's culture there way three millenniums before.
Why is it Nakata, by the way?
Hell no.
Makes no difference to me. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
I don't.
It's a reference.
I know what you're talking about, yo, but
why is it a reference?
4,100 BC. That's what we talking
about.
But
why is it a reference?
You know I'm gonna take that away from you, dog. I'm gonna get that away from you. They misdated that shit, nigga. Why you talking that shit?
They misdated 4,100 BC. What date did it? What's
hey, Juju, you see how he's falling apart?
What's that new date?
Don't worry about it, son.
He
gonna do that.
Right. What's that new date?
You know, he's giving us biblical talk now. He believing in the holy word, and he never checked.
My God.
Reggie, how old is it? 4,100 BC. What date you got?
Hey, yo, go check that word, yo. We're gonna help you out, yo. Go check that word, yo.
Give me a date.
Give you a date?
Look up the word Southern Town. That might help you out.
No, don't give him that, Unc.
Don't give him that.
Reddy said Nakata. So you want to, Reddy said Nakata. So I was on him when he said Nakata.
This shit, yo, Smash. Give him Smash off. Because Smash wrote the whole thing on the shit.
No, don't give him that.
Don't give him that?
No, don't give him the rap god.
In trouble, bro.
The rap god.
Don't give him the rap god. Keep him with the Europeans. Smash is a genius, man. Keep him. He wrote that 2016, 2017.
Yeah, you in trouble, yo. I'm smelling grease cooking, yo.
Yeah.
Reggie, I sent you something in the chat.
Oh, back chat or the front chat? Which chat?
The back chat, but for everyone to see.
We need everybody on here so we can get everybody with one stone. We don't want no stragglers. When we shoot a couple and then Smash or later on, they'll say he ain't even wounded. We will wound everybody on the same day.
You said you're trying to get me to check at one time.
Yeah.
Smash is he's a pupil smiter. He shoots you in the eye, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna pitch a tent and lay on y'all.
Smash is undefeated.
Nah, Smash has got beat up many times.
Smash is undefeated. Who beat him up?
We don't beat Smash. Smash I concede a lot of points doing some other stuff.
No, you know the difference is Smash read the Metal Nature.
No.
You read English.
No, we gotta read the Metal Nature, Reggie.
Oh.
All these people doing these digs and they don't read the Metal Nature. That's crazy.
No, because when you read the Metal Nature, you read what the Africans named places. When you read the European, you read the European conventions based on scientific racism.
Reggie, I'm from Charleston, South Carolina. It don't matter what you call it. You know what I'm talking about when I say it. I ain't got to get into we won't get into the Native American name of it. Don't matter. You know what I'm talking about. Shoot.
Okay. Well, you know what? Sosa, save yourself.
Yeah, save yourself, yo. Give up, yo. You surrounded, yo.
Dude, don't concede. Never concede. He not finna concede. Don't do it, so. I'm gonna stick beside you.
Oh, thank you, Juju. I didn't know about this.
Hey, Juju, you gonna stick beside what? Do you know what you sticking beside?
Yeah, I ain't even took no shots yet. Yeah. I'm just talking shit. I'm just talking shit, waving my gun. I ain't shot at y'all yet.
Your BB gun?
You know I keep mines. I keep both mines ready to shoot.
Yeah, I'm just talking shit, waving my gun. Y'all over there ducking and bobbing and weaving and shit. So,
oh my God.
But I'm ready.
Yeah, Vasai wanted me to give that to Reggie.
Who did?
You. Hey, Juju.
Vasai. It's Vyasa, but it's Vasai.
Hey, Juju. It ain't
Okay.
gonna be close, yo.
Thank you.
What you say?
It ain't gonna be close, shorty.
Yeah. Well,
I be supportive. You know, I just got to be supportive. So
Yeah, support them.
I got it.
And need you, yo, because I'm saying, yo, like I'm not playing. Like I'm gonna give what I'm supposed to give them, yo. I got them stuck on the cattle coat some damn way, y'all. Yeah, y'all can have that. How about that?
We can put Doc. We gotta get Dr. Ben in that vehicle with y'all too.
Oh God!
You gonna put Dr. Ben?
Ain't no age limit. Ain't no age limit. We shoot the elders and everybody.
All right, let's look at the date. Now we're gonna do this. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, let's do this real quick. This book was written in 1970. Another time in 1972. Joseph Ben Yaakman, all rights reserved. Akabula and books. All right. This one was published in 1989. Mm-hmm. Hey, Reggie, when did Dr. Ben stop lecturing?
Really after his stroke. That he when he came back from Egypt.
That was when?
This was 90.
Still in the 90s though, right?
Yeah, in the 90s,
97,
98.
Yeah, because right. You can't go no farther than that.
Yeah, 97, 98.
Yeah, we'll clip him from 98 on back. We'll just clip.
Yeah, let me
give you clip him. So this is what I want to do. Listen, 1970, 1972. Let's just read the table of contents and see how far ahead he was. Let's see.
Far ahead. How can he be far ahead than the people that you might be far ahead for you?
No.
You're saying that. Oh, hold on. Let me just get this clear. You're saying that Dr. Ben was ahead of his time. Like the shit that he was saying right then, it was groundbreaking shit.
I'm saying that Dr. Ben and the black scholars. Hold on, was clearly ahead of white academia in terminology and what they was talking about. Yes, he was. No. They was in the Oriental Institute some motherfucking way in 1972. They called them the Orientalists. I mean, these people were in the school orientating Egypt to Asia, bro. Simple as that. He was saying y'all stupid for that. Right? So watch this. Table of contents.
What book is this?
Huh?
What book is this?
This is Black Man and Now.
Okay.
He say, who are the Africans? See, it's a key word. This is how they try to trick y'all. When I was learning Dr. Ben and them, right, we were saying that the Egyptians was African. Now they say it. Back then, they wasn't saying it. We're not going to play this game, y'all. Table of contents. Watch this. Prehistoric African Homo sapiens. Evolution. Historical question, comments about the Africans. Another look at Nubia, Monroe, Egypt, Ethiopia, etc. Reflections of the ancient Egyptian, a brief chronology of ancient indigenous Africans and his family of the Nile. Now they use the word Nile Valley. Now they use it, but in 1970, they wasn't. Matter of fact, I got joked. Chef and they joked me all day long. You two dove into that's a black algae term, the Nile Valley. They looking it up. I know the Nile Valley. Then we Brooklyn Museum, they motherfucking ass with the Nile Valley. See? So indigenous Africans, that's what Dr. Ben used, and he used the Nile Valley. Groundbreaking for the time. 1970, y'all Negro pens was in church praying to Jesus Christ, while Dr. Ben was saying, nah, God. Heaven is between the legs of a black woman. Y'all ain't even get that. He was actually talking about, you know, the Egyptian depiction when the one hand go to the vagina and the other hand go to the daggone breast. He was talking about birth. And he was talking about how life, right? Like this statement that staggered me was when he said, God, I don't know about no God. He said, my mother birthed me. And before my mother, I don't know nothing. She feed me, she clothe me, she take care of me. She teach me how to talk, read and write.
Unc is quoting him almost directly without the accent.
You feel what I'm saying? So regardless of all the stuff he did wrong, all the facts he got, all the places, all right, yeah, I know everybody.
Numerous.
That's cool. Now you got, yo, we're not.
So we looked it up. What was the definition for numerous?
Many.
Oh yeah, many.
You're right. No, so we won't sit up
Many.
Reggie won't allow me to sit up here and promote. See, Reggie is one of the only persons that I actually seen actually open up for Dr. Ben. See, niggas can talk that shit, yo, but Reggie is the only one amongst us that actually been on stage with a lecture. What that said, Reggie, so I can show these. What that said, Reggie? They don't know.
Yeah, that's why it's hard to get that blackology out of his blood. It's embedded in his.
That's a little different. He kind of know, like he was hanging out with them dudes. It's a little different. Like Reggie can actually say, I sat in John Henry Clark's living room and got the books for him, and he actually taught him, right? So I've never been taught by Dr. Ben and John Henry. I wasn't even taught by Malachi York. I had to teach my own self. My father was actually my first teacher that gave me a book. It's called The Negro in America, and I've showed that to y'all. Where the hell is that book at? Right? That's my father gave me. So, you know, I was too busy. Fucking me and Seti talking shit, right? Like I ain't getting none of that, yo. You know what I mean? I'm in the cult Malachi York shit. I ain't even taught by Malachi York because I'm learning from one of his students that was sharp. Shout out to Brother Bun. Shout out to Brother Bun, yo. He was like, nah, you don't believe that shit. Nah, I don't do this. Nah, I don't buy it. Nah, he had me tight. So I wasn't even in No. I got a break, yo. Like, I got lucky, yo. Like,
hey, listen, yeah. Hey, listen, I get it. Listen, y'all just got to take that Nawapian L, man. Every time we get it, y'all less and less in the group. Y'all got caught.
Y'all wasn't. No, I can't listen, yo. Now, Seti said he set the feet. I did get caught, but I'm saying, yo, I'm trying to show you that I had money, nigga. I come from, boy, I had bread, yo.
Say he was broke. Like, what are we talking
about? No, I'm making I gotta make the reference for a point. There's a real point I'm making here. Mm-hmm. I'm saying that my man Bun looked out for me because one, I bought all his books at the bookstore. I looked out for him. You know what I'm saying? I paid my way on purpose, yo. So he ain't give me the bullshit that other niggas was getting, yo. He be like, nah, I don't do the annual shit.
What Dr. York books did he give you? What I'm talking about. Like,
no, I got all the books, but it was a point where new books become out. He said, you don't get them. You already got this shit. They just remixed the shit. So I'm saying, so now at this point, I realize, they remixed the shit.
So he didn't give you updated bullshit. Yeah, you had the old bullshit.
No, he'd be like, no, that. He'd be like, no, we sit. He'd be like, no, you know, God. He'd be hit me like this, nigga. You know, goddamn well, and you ain't no damn God. Just because niggas working that shit right now, because that's how it was in the tap. Niggas would do different. He'd be like, nah, nigga, don't do that. You tripping. He would always, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, yo. I was like, yo, what about? I was like, yo, okay. I'll never forget it. He was like, he said, there's more than one God. I was like, what? I say, look, dog, with all the black shit, all that, yo, but hey, yo, I stood up, yo, I had my chest out. Nigga, look,
can I show him?
I say, look, nigga, I'm with the black shit, all that, yo, but there's only one God. He say, what? He said, yo, no one thing runs the universe. Just how he broke it down, yo. He said, you got your breathing system. He said, you got your circular system, right? It all relies off of different aspects. The same in the cosmos. No one thing moves the sun, the planet, all that shit. He was like, so how could it be one goddamn God, yo? I was like, dang. So he was pushing me to science. He said, yo, read the Dr. Ben book. He said, a chick at the Diaz book. Yo, it was high treason fucking with them Nuwapians reading other books. Like the fact that he had that shit in his bookstore, All Eyes on Egypt bookstore, was high treason, nigga. I had Diabs, I had all that shit. He had different books. They'd be like, whoa, premodal signs and symbols, Albert Churchwood. Y'all know who Albert Churchwood is, nigga. Like I went through all that shit while sitting in the motherfucking car. That's why niggas just cannot get with me with this.
So
Right.
We ain't talking Phil Valentine.
Hey, can I show him?
So you saying you was
I get what you saying now.
saying you was a fake Nuwapian?
No, nigga, I'm saying I was a Nuwapian with some motherfucking seasoning to get out that. Like my man set me up to get out real smooth. Like,
yeah, he pulled you out. He pulled you out, but you was in the shit.
I was in the shit. So I'm saying when I say Malachi, yo, nigga, when I say I've been over Bobby Hemming house. Bobby Hemming got more books than any of y'all niggas sitting on the show right now. More books than any niggas watching this show. I guarantee you.
I believe it.
I don't care how many books a nigga got.
Listen,
you gotta show me you read them motherfuckers.
Man, I don't fuck all that. I'm saying he had more books in his motherfucking living room than you ever seen in your life. I say, what the fuck? I mean, from the floor, nigga, all the way to the ceiling, nigga. And I'm saying 3 stacks in, nigga. I was like, what? And I'm saying all pseudo books, nigga. I ain't talking about the serious archaeological shit, nigga. I brought this to the world right here. Not the world, but to the community. Niggas don't know. Look, I do nigga like this. On purpose, nigga. Right? Yeah, hardback, nigga. Look, you can smell the incense in this motherfucker, yo. Yeah, that's how serious this bitch is. Man, I looked at this bitch for 3 years. I said, yo, I ain't spending $300 for a book. 3 years, yo, in Baltimore, Maryland, nigga. On Pennsylvania Avenue, nigga. The book cost so fucking much, nigga. It was two. With 2 values, right? The shit costs so motherfucking much. This is Castole, my nigga. This the Nubian shit. Niggas don't got this, bro. The books cost so much, yo. I looked at that shit for 3-4 years saying that shit stood right there collecting dust. Niggas wasn't buying that shit, nigga. Nigga, I bought that shit. Nigga, I got all that shit. Y'all tripping, nigga. Y'all niggas don't got no books from Germany, nigga. Y'all not, look, watch this, look. This the shotgun, look.
That's the sawed off.
Listen. That means you can't get me, nigga. Like I done did too much of this. Like all you can do is tie me. Yeah, and if you tie me, we done all learn something, and it's a great day. No, because my shit is real basic. I say it all the time. Get the expert shit and file. Don't add nothing to it. Get the good sources. And let's enjoy the day, nigga. And we all will learn something. When you get to try to beat me and all that, for what? I'ma always have the up. I'ma always get you. Look, niggas don't know what this is. What's this, yo? New light. Look, new light. I'ma say new light. Niggas don't got the new light. Look, new light on Northeast African Pass. Nigga, this is brand new, nigga. Nobody, look, nigga from Germany. Nigga, look. Nigga, the new light, nigga. I ain't talking about the shit you Googling offline, nigga. This brand new, nigga. Y'all don't buy half the fucking book in Germany, nigga.
Oh, Lord.
Y'all talking shit. Who y'all fucking with, nigga? Y'all don't know what this is. Y'all ain't never seen no shit like this, nigga. What is this? I don't know what that is.
I don't know how that gonna
Where
change.
where the paperbacks at?
What is that?
Nigga, paper.
What is
the paperback? Nigga, we intellectual gunfighters. Nigga, we don't fight with.
What did that German write that changed?
Where the paperbacks?
Ain't no paperback.
What does that change currently? What he wrote? Goddamn.
Paperbacks, nigga. We ain't doing no paperbacks, yo. Look, hey, what's this? What this say, Reggie? Reggie, what this say?
I niggas going out to whole other countries trying to find some
talking. I can't see it yet because
trying to find some contrary information.
Hey, on talk so I can go, so it can go on your screen.
Now, what does it say, Reggie?
No, you got to talk. You got to talk.
I'm talking now. What does it say?
It's not showing up on your screen. Oh, it says, I got it now. Ooh, Meroic remains from Custau Cemetery Q, Balana Cemetery B, and Balana Settlement.
Oh,
text and figures.
Look. Let's hear it.
Oh, like a watermelon.
Okay.
Yeah,
right. Ready to go.
Yeah, now you got more information to back up what the shit they already saying.
Look, nigga, this what made me famous right here, nigga. This shit was 400, nigga. This made me famous. What that say?
Hyksos, archaeological perspective.
Made me famous, nigga. The first book I ever look. This was 400, nigga. Ain't nobody spending 400 for this, yo.
What is that,
Yo,
Titanic?
all right, man, stop it. Let's knock it off, yo. You can't do what's tiring at this point. Like, don't like knock it off. Yo. Yeah, you spend some money on the situation, nigga. No, I don't know everything, but I know where to get that shit at. Yeah,
Hey, Unc, let me show him something real quick.
You go show, Reggie.
Hey, Unc, I'm gonna share my
I don't want to see
screen.
no pictures of Dr. Bill. Show that in the Carter period and give me a date, Reggie.
You ain't doing that. Boy, we got a steamed guest on here. Where you at, Rob Bone? I see you, Rob Bone.
Give me that date.
Let me show you something. I'm gonna
screen.
Yeah, I'm gonna share my screen when the thing come up. I'm waiting for it to come up. I don't know why it's not coming up. Let me see screen. Okay, share.
Tap them out of it.
There you go.
Reggie,
yeah, what's on my screen?
Reggie, this better not be a picture of you and Dr. Ben. I swear to God.
Be quiet, so let him be.
Where my screen at? You see my screen?
Come on, man. We talk about
Yeah, go ahead, Reggie. Unmute that, Reggie. Unmute that. Play that, Reggie. Go ahead.
Okay, wait. I gotta put let me see if it play. All right, watch this.
He don't want to play.
You got it on mute, nigga. You got it on mute.
You want to play it?
Unmute it.
Yeah, here go.
Now we being nostalgic and cherry picking.
No, we're not.
Oh, look at this, Juju, look at this. Look at me.
Go ahead. Hit it.
Cute. I don't like them red though.
You can't hear it. Go ahead. Come on, Juju. You trying to manhunt right now. We looking at the day.
Never.
They have been able to extrapolate on the future. For instance, we have Christians who study the Bible, right? And because of somebody else's experience, they can chart, Armageddon or something like that. They can actually, that's how they focus. They use that history as an example to look at past experiences to see connections of things, right? And then they chart it. We need to get a project like that where we can actually learn out what we have done correctly, what we have done wrong, so that we can chart the future. Because that's the only way that you can chart. Okay, so that's Reggie. Okay, but who's talking now? Watch this.
They said
Dr. Carruthers.
They said you got your kufi on.
Wait, be quiet.
You got the Kool-Aid on.
Methodology. This is 86.
Hey, who is that?
That's Dr. Ricketti. I'm in.
What is she a doctor? What does she have a doctorate in?
She teaches hieroglyphics, such meta nature. So
she's the one who taught us all of meta nature.
Exactly. What does she have a PhD? What is a PhD in though? What does she have a PhD in?
Linguistics. Oriental Institute of Chicago.
Yeah, linguistics.
Yeah, you got to leave that alone.
Okay, that's Dr. Ricketti. Okay, so let me just move on, right?
Oh, here.
So, here go Reggie again. Wait, who's this right here? After Reggie.
Is that Jacob?
Yes.
Jacob Carruthers.
Okay.
It doesn't really work for them. But certainly we can't accept that now. So what we have to understand is that we cannot be used to disturb our family and force upon the minds of African people that kind of family bond.
Let's move on. Let's move on. Dr. Jacobs is talking, right? Some of the things that we are just talking about today, after Jacob Carruthers speaks, who speaks?
Not the president, Dr. Carruthers. We sum up spiritually without calling it that.
You heard that? He summed up spirituality without calling it that. Where's the comedic niggas at? Dr. Carruthers summed up spirituality without calling it that. Dr. Ben is hitting hard. Real black atheism right here.
Gotta go watch that later.
Let me go and watch it. Let me see what he says again. Wait.
We go into this summer, that is, we go into Kemet, we go into Aswan, we go into the place in Kemet where there are still some spiritual for many people. We're going to have a good time there, and we're going to have a spiritual time there. We're going to have a resurrected time there. John Clark is going to be there. Ben Yaakov is going to be there. Asa Hilliard is going to be there. Orlando Kareem, Kepler is gonna be there. We're gonna throw Brother Phil there. All right, Brother Phil. Right on. It's gonna be there. We all. Yeah. This is before the Happy Film and all these other people. I went there with them. 86. I took 120 people. But let's see what Dr. Ben says. Let's see what he says. Dr. Ben is gonna come in and check them all. Our national president, Dr. Carruthers. Sums up spiritualism without calling it that. Because he emphasized on the basis of what is spiritualism. We have to understand without the family, God. Did you hear that? Without the family, there isn't God. Nobody existed. Nobody was for God. Because there would be nobody. And there would be no knowledge of God. So God is dependent on the family. You have to have at least one person to have God.
Real black atheist, yo, pause that shit,
Right.
man.
Said it without saying it.
That is the most profound.
John G. Jackson was the same way.
Man, pause that shit.
Watch this. Wait.
Come on,
You're
man, let's get
talking.
back.
We don't want to hear you. Wait.
Man, we were gonna do a Dr.
John G.
Ben later
Jackson
on.
was the same
Yeah, you're gonna
way.
do a Dr. Ben later on, Reggie. Get him out of there. Get him out of there.
Dr. Ben later on.
Okay, let me just see who else is talking. Anybody else that I want to talk? Okay, LeGrand Clegg is gonna be talking, but I'm not gonna show him. But yeah, I'm just scrolling through. Yeah. So yeah, but see, watch this, Unc.
Pam Grier and shit.
Hey, but yeah. Genevieve Morales. Yeah. But let me just say this with her beautiful afro. But let me just say this. In this period, none of people,
that's funny.
none of those people, stop sharing my screen.
Yes, that's thing. We get you out of there.
None of those people that you see today woofing about Dr. Ben and Dr. Clark and Dr. Carruthers and spirituality, they weren't there, so they missed the lesson.
We don't appeal to authority, Reggie.
They waited. That's not what I'm saying. I didn't say what you just said. I said that none of these people who are talking this spirituality stuff was in that room. Right? I am 57, 58 years old. I stopped counting. Right? This is in 1986. Dr. Ben is saying, if Dr. Ben was here today, he would be sitting with Brother Ankh and say, you get it, my son. And the rest of those people,
he didn't even understand
laughing at them.
He didn't even understand why something is called the Father. Like he messed that up. Like he didn't understand how you get the title of the Father or something.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. That's why he was like, yeah.
I understand what you're saying.
That's why he was making some of the claims like, why is he considered the Father? And when so-and-so had this type of method here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
this is a comeback for Dr.
Ben. To be explained as why you get the label of Father something. It doesn't mean you invented. That's not, you know what I'm saying? So that's why some of the shit people think that he was killing it. I
need you in front of an audience. I need you not with your little I need you in front of a couple thousand people so I can address.
Well, I'm gonna bring the pseudo killers with me because yo.
Well, a couple thousand people for what? What are we talking about?
Yeah. I need to see if they understand what you are saying in front of
50 Cent posted on one Dr. Ben book.
Get him, Rob boy.
I don't read that. No. That's true.
50 Cent, he ain't got one book.
Oh, I already said it from day one. I know that I have not read one Dr. Ben book.
Stop talking about it.
No. I just critique the comments.
You watch videos like these new niggas.
Nah, but Bill,
watch you niggas. You not a reader.
Listen, on those videos,
watch YouTube videos.
On the videos,
you can't talk about Dr. Ben. Nope, I don't want to hear it.
Talk about the statements he made in the video. Man.
You're a YouTube watcher, nigga. You a YouTube watcher.
On Dr. Ben, that's for sure. You are. So when I got to Dr. Ben, it was too late. I was like,
you a YouTube watcher.
I ain't going back.
You are, know
That's
who you
right.
are.
That was petty. I'm done.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well,
So,
you want some
going
smoke?
backwards.
You want some smoke too, Jolanda? What you want?
I ain't going backwards, bro.
Nah, don't go backwards.
Let me shut up.
What's going on? What's going on? Rob Bond.
What up, man? And you know, man, I'm just waiting for for us to have that combo, man.
The next show, we definitely gonna have that combo, man.
Combo about
You know,
what?
that's your favorite. See,
Combo
Rob
about
Bond
what?
is now officially on your favorite subject, which is my. I mean, I enjoy the subject. That's your favorite subject. So
Evolutionary psychology?
Yeah, nigga.
I knew he was into. I heard reading. I was like, yeah, he did.
He did. I was like, oh shit, Rob Bond to jump.
Yeah,
I said,
like
nigga
that
to
shit.
jump. I said, now he here now.
Yeah, that shit is profound, bro.
Rob Bond, shout out to my brother Rob Bond. He broke the ice. He told those people, you cannot be talking about one spooky religion when you got a spooky religion yourself.
It's over with now. Them niggas had. See, you know what, Rob Bond used to make me mad, nigga. Used to get them niggas some breathing room, yo. I be beating these niggas up, yo. and I had to tussle with you, giving them niggas they could breathe while I'm tussling with you.
So while you talking, I'm gonna show y'all something. It ain't the
now you got that evolutionary psychology shit you fucking with, yo. Now it's over with, yo. Now them niggas ain't got no room.
Yeah, man. The only way to understand religion is through evolution. Like you can't do it just by studying Christianity.
Do it without that.
Yo, Reggie. Yo, Reggie, I just want to know what's up with the kufi, bro. What's up with the kufi, nigga? What's up with the kufi, nigga?
Look, here's look, here go your brother right here. Look at that. There go your brother right there.
Bro, 5 pounds, yo, 6'9", 5 pounds. God damn, Reggie.
You see your brother right there? Yeah.
That nigga is, yo.
Yo, he was on the comedic diet.
Yeah. But I had a ratchet though. Give me the ratchet. Give me 7 pounds, right? Give me 7 pounds. But this is how I learned. You see this? Dr. Leonard Jeffries.
Yes.
Right? Dr. Joseph Bento Cannon, brother Sekou.
Yes.
Brown. And who's gonna come up?
Yo, it smelled like mad Muslim oil in there, bro.
Egyptian must.
I was trying to be a Nubian African, bro. I was trying to be a Nubian.
It was a lot of humming going on up in that motherfucker.
Look. I had a white shirt on, so I put on a white kufi to match, right? Because I ain't want to come in there without a hat. Because in these days everybody got a hat. You see that?
Yeah, everybody used to have.
Here I go. 5 pounds soaking wet, right? 5 pounds soaking wet.
Nigga, welcome back Carter level on. Welcome back.
Yeah.
That's bad.
The bomber level.
Yeah, that's all I want to share. I tell you one, I tell you some, I was a different type of person than I am now. Different type of person.
So my point is, man, that people like him and John Jackson, man, and John Jackson, Dr. Ben, John Henry Clark, and Hubert Harrison, right? They shaped my real black atheism, yo. And I knew it was time to bring that to you, because niggas lost that, yo. The pseudos had overran the position. The new age Egyptian niggas overran the position. And yeah, nigga, that's what it was, yo. So now we here still kicking it live. The pseudo killers, yo, we have fun, nigga. But trust me, yo, we agree to one thing, yo, that there is no goddamn God.
Watch this. Wait, I'm gonna share the screen one more time. What's the name of this video? What's the name of this video that Dr. Ben is
doing? on Dr. Ben now.
Look at this. Dr. Ben. God versus science.
I love the time.
What are you saying? Wait, let me see what Dr. Ben is saying.
No society in human history starts at the end of a river and work up against the current of that river.
You hear that?
Because
Dr. Ben said no civilization starts at the end of the river and work up against the current.
Yeah, they talking about you don't got no boats and shit, you got a tree.
Travel up the river has to be locomotion. There was no sailboat for man to use when he first started to navigate the river. He started with logs, solid logs of tree that he realized floated.
Science, not God. He ain't talking about no Moses bullshit going against the current. He's saying that the civilization came from the south down into the delta.
He then started to tie logs together.
The African origins of Christianity.
Stop. Oh,
then man start to hollow out logs.
The African origins of Christianity.
God versus science, Unc.
You don't hear that already? What about the African origins of Christianity, man? Jabari is right. That man following the footsteps of Dr. Ben, man. How dare y'all go at that man?
What are you talking about? Say that again.
The African origins of Christianity.
Yeah,
so you can't talk about Dr. Ben until you show us you own the book already.
Nah, I ain't reading no book.
So stop talking about the book.
Oh my God. The last Mohicans, bro. Like we gotta know that, yo. Like they ain't on the John Henry Club. They ain't doing none of that, yo. It's all good. I ain't mad.
I was a Sheikh Anta fan. I was heavy in Iron Man Sermon, all of Roman Rashidi.
Oh Lord.
To all of that. Massey.
Hey, Reggie.
Aliens, all that shit at one point. You feel me? Reggie. Like, right.
Yeah, Reggie. Yeah, rock on.
What was Dr. Joke? What was he?
What do you mean?
What was his religious faith?
He was Islamic, I think, right?
He was Muslim.
He was born. Okay, so when Rob Bourne talk, I gotta answer his question.
Muslim.
So everybody be quiet. Sheikh Anta Diop was born in the Diop family, right? Which is a Senegalese Muslim family, very famous Senegalese Muslim family, connected to the Touba Mosque.
For sure.
Sheikh Anta Diop himself was an atheist.
Oh, he was an atheist?
You never seen Sheikh Anta Diop pray?
I ain't been around like that.
You never hear him talk about Islam, right? He talked about Africa. We have his books, Pre-Colonial Black Africa. We have basis of political economic federation. We have African origin civilization, and we have civilization of barbarism. Those are the books that I have, and then it's the books in French.
Reggie, I'm saying, did he say that? Did he say he was atheist?
No, he just started the fact it wasn't necessary because he didn't talk about Allah.
You can't say that he was an atheist if he didn't say he was an atheist. You just, you're implying it based on just because he didn't write about that. I just wasn't.
No, you can look at. Listen, he is in a Muslim society.
I'm saying he did not say he was an atheist. Oh, God. You can't put that on that man. You don't know that. You
society where everybody prays and he don't pray.
You made a definitive statement that man was an atheist. You cannot do that, bro. You don't know that. That's fact. Say Reggie, you don't know that, bro. Come on.
He's a scientist.
Right. Many scientists believe in God, bro.
But you can't prove that he did. You cannot.
I don't have to prove that he didn't. I'm saying that you can't definitively say he was. I'm not saying he was or he wasn't. You're saying definitively he was an atheist. You can't do that, bro.
You're actually confusing the subject.
Is he an atheist or not?
I'm saying that he's doing something. Stop over talking me. Stop over talking to me. And I'm gonna tell you why. I just showed you that I was around the greats. I just showed you, right? And I went to when I went to Egypt West Africa in '86, it was to meet Sheikh Anta Diop. He died the same year before we got there, right? So the fact of the matter is, I used to listen to Sheikh Anta Diop almost every Friday night when Dr. Jeffries used to call him from Senegal. Now, him being a scientist, right, going against the traditions. Do you know Sheikh Anta Diop was put in jail and almost died?
Was he an atheist, Reggie?
Yeah, I heard about that.
He didn't believe in Allah, and Allah was the only God in his vicinity. So what God would he believe? Now his
Sheikh Anta said he didn't believe in Allah.
Yeah, he didn't practice it.
No, Sheikh Anta, this Muslim that don't practice the shit, but they still believe in Allah, bro. Just like you have Christians that don't go to church, but they believe in God and Jesus.
Let me just tell you something.
So I'm asking
Dr. Yosef Ben Jochanan.
No.
Wait, stop talking.
No, you're talking about Dr. Ben. I'm talking
Stop talking.
The Sheikh Anta job.
Let me explain something to you. Stop
talking. Allah, bro. Like you're making shit up, bro. Come on, man. That's disingenuous.
Is that your last word, or you only gonna talk when I talk?
Go ahead, bro.
Okay. Dr. Yosef Ben Jochanan took his shahada, right? And he taught at the Sunni, the famous Sunni Egyptian University of Al Azhar. Was he a Muslim? Yeah, he took his shahada. Did he pray? Not a day, right? Not a day, right? The fact of the matter is, people have to move in different circles. This is a grown man conversation, right? So Sheikh Anta Diop, his work, if he believed in God, you would see it in his work. He has a whole body of work. So I'll let you talk.
No, I read many books by scientists who they deal with the works. God don't show up in the work. You have to separate your God from science. Otherwise, you ain't practicing that damn science. So the fact that he did that does not mean he was an atheist, bro. He did not believe in Allah. Many scientists believe in God, and spiritual, and all type of shit.
You said Diop was an atheist?
Yeah, Reddy said Diop was an atheist.
Damn.
See what I'm saying?
I never heard that. I heard that. Why you know that?
World premiere. World premiere.
I did read about the Muslims don't. He's not even a celebrity over there. They don't fuck with him. It's us in the West that do it. They don't. I don't know the reasons for that. I'm saying I thought that was kind of weird.
I read on. I forgot.
They got a university of him down in Senegal, I think. Shaking a Diop University.
Man, you talking over. Let one person talk. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. But they don't. He's not like like how other people would be like a great ancestor. Like he fits that mold. But it's us over here that they don't. There's some reason I don't know what it is. I'm not sure. I don't know. That's why I think Reggie may be right.
Henry Clark, all the people, our conscious community, Mount Rushmore, like champion Joe.
Okay, so let me just
the real deal scientist.
I can only listen. I don't know.
Let me just show you something. Read between the lines. I'm gonna show you something. Let's look at Sheikh Anta Diop. Sheikh Anta Diop, 1923, February 1986. So I told you we had a tour that we were going to West Africa in July. He died in February. I was there during a phone call when he died, and Dr. Jeffries cried. He was a Senegalese historian, anthropologist, physicist, and politician who studied the human race's origin and pre-colonial African cultures. Diop's work is considered foundational Afrocentric movement, though he never used this term. The question he posed was about, now, let me get to where he was born, his early life.
No way it was more Reggie.
Early life.
Get to the atheism.
Yeah, right? Man, that's
early life. Diop belonged to an aristocratic Muslim Wolof family, which I studied in Senegal, where he was educated in traditional Islamic school. That's where he was educated. Diop's family was part of the Mourid Brotherhood, the only independent Muslim family fraternity in Africa. Then he obtained the colonial equivalent of the metaphor French baccalaureate in Senegal before moving to Paris to study for his career. Except for his early life, growing up, you hear nothing about his religion. Though he belonged to this unit, this very important brothership inside, you hear very little about his religious faith, right? Why? Because you got to understand where his family comes from. So he can't get up there and straight up and deny, because that's an embarrassment to his father, his grandfather, his great-grandfather, his great-great-grandmother. He can't do that. But what he did was he became a
Reggie, you didn't know that, man. Come on.
scientist.
Shit, bro. Stop that shit. You didn't know that, man.
I didn't know Cheikh Anta Diop.
Because that man don't goddamn pray when you come around and shit. Who was you?
Yeah, you doing a lot of talking.
Crazy, Reggie. Come on, bro. Like, you can't make that claim like that. I'm saying you can't put that on that man.
But here's the thing. I can tell you what you don't know, Sosa.
I'm saying you can say, I believe.
I can tell you what you don't know.
I believe he was an atheist based on blah, 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 but I can't.
But I can tell you what you don't know. You don't know any of these people during this time period.
There's many things I don't know.
I can tell you that. I can tell you I was around from 1953 on.
I didn't mean, I wasn't trying to upset you, bro.
Hey, Reggie, let me ask you this question. In the circles you travel, was they saying Diaz was an atheist? That's my question to you.
In circles I traveled, they said that he was a scientist. He believed in evolution. He was a physicist, right? And he believed in the study of the human family. All of that goes against. You got to understand the period in which he lived. All of that goes against the major Western religions.
It's a little different when you're in Africa and born in Africa. You can't be talking that atheist shit. You can barely do it in America. So I get that part. I'm just not gonna go all the way out there on a limb, but I do get that.
You made a definitive statement.
I don't think we can do that.
There's somebody here and be like, Sheikh Anta was atheist.
No.
Be like, source up. What we gonna do?
I don't know that, nigga. I don't know that, Reggie. But I understand all the stuff he studied, physics and all that shit would lend to be an atheist. Most people do all that shit, be like, all right.
Yeah, it's like I'm saying, like, you don't gotta be atheist to be on some dope shit.
No.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like that take away from him being dope or something if he did, like, shit. You know what I mean, shit.
What you looking for, Reggie? Reggie got the president of that bitch.
Oh, I'm looking. Let me stop sharing my screen. I'm looking for Diop's a quote on Diop. What Diop said about religion.
So shit. If you find that, I don't know.
I'm looking for.
What you think, so? If you find a good quote, so we can. All right. So we can agree that Dr. Ben was an atheist, at least in the public.
Atheists are proud. Like you think John Henry Clark an atheist?
Of course.
Yeah, of course he was. You tripping?
He kind of made some statements about. All right, I'll give you that. I ain't gonna.
His spirituality was humanity.
Yeah, he was a humanist, yo. Remember? He did the white boy atheist shit. He was a humanist. He was a communist humanist, wasn't he, yo?
Yeah. So if I can pull up, I'm gonna look on my drive.
Yeah, I know. So all the great thinkers, yo, all the great thinkers that I followed, them niggas ain't believe. What you say, Raw Born?
Man, you wildin', man.
I ain't wildin'. I'm saying in the black community, yo. Now I'm wildin'.
Wow.
The great thinkers, yo. That was.
I would say that some of the great thinkers that were atheists, and some of them, a lot of them wasn't. I mean, so it's like it's still dealing with social evolution and where these people came up, where they were at, what they were told, and their visions of it. So, you had those who went against that. It was like, yo, fuck, what is this God? We can't be praying to this God. Like, we still fighting for rights. We still fighting for this. We fighting, these dudes going, this God can't be real. Nah, there's something ain't right. And black people came up with their own shit. And even when they did,
in some cases, reject the Christian God, but don't reject the God concept, though.
Yeah, so that's a tricky thing, because they don't know nothing about a God, and let only what they were taught in the social environment. They were socialized into God. What other God did they know if some of them didn't even know their birthday? But you know God. You don't know when you was born, but you know God. That's weird.
But still, you still have even though you don't know where you were born, you will have a concept of like where all this shit come from. It's either gonna be scientific or it's gonna be spooky.
Yeah,
You're gonna ponder that shit.
The concept is coming from your socialization in the society that you come up with. That's like
spooky.
That's like if you social right now, like, so I've been studying like sociology because I went to school for that. But let's say you was born in Iran right now, nigga, you would be a Muslim 95% of the time. Your ass would have been a Shiite Muslim if you was born in Iran.
Of course.
And that's what I mean by like the socialization of the society and what's going on.
Yeah, I feel that. But I'm saying that if you remove all the religion, and you just got a man, two men, two women, man and women, they're gonna ponder. Well, all this shit.
Oh, yes. That's how it started.
And the explanation is gonna be and it's gonna be spooky, especially if you're going back to this. There's not gonna be even an attempt at a scientific explanation because they ain't even there yet. It's gonna be spooky.
I think it is science. I think it still is science because it's based off of nature, and they looking at the things that's going on, and they utilizing their imagination to figure it out.
Yeah, but the concept of what is real and what's not is fundamentally flawed based on cause and effect. Like they don't understand correlation to causation. So if they did a particular act or a particular ritual and it rained, then they would say, well, okay, well, that ritual brings rain. They will believe that because it correlates. You see what I'm saying?
Right. But again, that's still based off of nature and cause and effect. Yeah, they did something. No, not really, because it's like
you can't test it.
It's like us now having cell phones and having a computer in your hand and then looking at the past on 30 years ago of how people got information.
No, but I view it from their lens.
It's the same thing. So people are gonna develop their beliefs based off of what they know or the technology of their times.
Yeah. I fully understand why. My point is that the explanation is just gonna be spooky. So whether you label it a god or not, they still gonna have a concept of who or how it is created, or, you know what I mean? But most part, it's going to be who and not how.
Right. But no matter how you look at it, the only God that they was taught was Jesus Christ.
I feel that.
I mean, so like, they don't know nothing else.
Yeah, I feel that.
What else they know?
I would put it like this. Look at what we do when we come from a religion. So it just shows you how impactful it is. So no matter what religion you come from, and most of us come from the Christian religion, every other religion or every other thing that you do, you use the structure of your first religion, of what your mother and father taught you. So the Kemetic people, they use terms like priest and clergy and things like that, right? The Moors use they believe in Jesus, right? It all goes back to your fundamental belief system that we were forced into America. And everything else after that, you create constructs with your original thought, your original orientation that Rob Bourne said. And so it starts to all look like Christianity. And that's where Jabari is trying to say that that Kemet, when he deals with Kemet and Christianity, he says that Christianity came from Kemet, but he's using his constructs of Christianity to his bias to do that.
He's talking about some of the motifs. I understand the argument that he's making when he said it.
Well,
he doesn't mean exactly the same. He's talking about a motif.
His motifs.
So if you have a motif, like let's say I took a radio from Unc, but I paint Unc's handle blue, and then you take the radio from me, and you paint the knobs gold. You see what I'm saying? The fundamental structure is still the same, but you start to build different ornamentations around the actual motif itself. So There are some shit that I think that's there.
Yeah, but
They're too close to each other not to have influence. And
right, but you seem
so who's the motif of Jesus and Kemet? Let's just get down to it. Come on.
It don't gotta be a one-on-one. I don't
No,
know.
we're not saying one-on-one. We talking about you said motif. So that means that there's certain characteristics that existed in this said dead culture for thousands of years that nobody can read this shit for thousands of years. I just want to make sure we got that right. And some people came along and could read the shit that nobody could read and took the motifs and made this.
Saying nobody could read it for 1,000. So you don't think that people could read it or could read that shit like first century? There was nobody in the first century that could read it?
Nobody. No.
Okay.
Sorry. Bring them, please bring them forward. Bring them forward, please do so.
I ain't on that mission, but I'm gonna look into that.
No, I'm cool. I'm just saying though, just so for your understanding,
I can't come quick ready on some shit like that.
Nah, that's fine. That's fine. But what is the motifs of Egypt that brings forth? Because when you say Christianity, we're not talking about the Torah. You're talking about that New Testament. That's what you're talking
fundamental,
about.
Yeah, but Christianity, the root of it is Judaism. Can't remove the root.
No, we're not removing it, but there is no Jesus in the Torah. So where did that motif come from? Did it come from Kemet?
It could be an add-on. I'm not sure the figure that they associate with that. But it could be, I mean, they can add it on or they can create something on top of it, bro. You know what I'm saying? But
that's what humans always did. I'm saying, if you look at, I mean, my thing when I look at it now is the fundamental principles in all them religions around the world. It all deals with moral character and how a person should act in society. And this is what you get if you do good. This is what you get if you go against the laws. If you take away the spookies and all that other shit, that's the foundation right there. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know, bro. Yeah, so people add on to shit, move on. I was just waiting for you to say what I wanted you to say, but you ain't say it. So I was waiting for
the horror shit.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to say a saw. I was waiting for you to say a saw in her boo, nigga.
No. I can't go quick on that shit.
I don't know that there is some correlations with some things though, like we can't deny. But I find that, like you said, the New Testament plagiarizes the Old Testament, and they use that shit to, make this said prophecy and all of that. Yeah. However, most of the Old Testament comes from Mesopotamia, bro. There's some shit in there from Egypt. There's some shit in there from Kemet. Can't get around that. But the majority of the stories come from fucking Mesopotamia, bro.
Yeah. Don't the pig. I think the pig taboo comes out of Egypt, right?
The what?
The taboo on pigs and shit. Not even pigs.
Pigs?
Egyptians ate pigs.
Nah, I don't know about that. Them niggas are swine merchants, you heard?
Yeah, some Egyptians ate. But I think
it was Carrie that said that.
They had taboos against fish too. So
here's what I mean by, all right, if we say a motif, this is what I was talking to what's the name about. So if I'm like, okay, splitting seeds, right? You see that early in Kemet, like in the West Car Papyrus, different story. Somebody the girl dropped a tortoise in there, and the nigga took the magic wand and made the water split. That's a motif, right? A social norm motif is this same concept.
You got the controls, yo.
Yeah. All right. Are you out of here, Unc?
Yeah, I'm out. Go ahead, though. You rocking. Go ahead.
Fucking, peace out, bro. Like
Peace on.
in that book of the Heavenly Cow, you have the motif. What's the motif? God is living on the planet Earth. God is Ra. The people are rebelling against Ra. Ra gets mad and tries to fucking kill humanity because they disobeyed. And then the nigga disappeared. But in the Mesopotamia shit, you have these laws created by this God to govern the people. And when people go against this God, they destroy this shit. And then he has mercy. But this God, he's always omnipresent. I don't know what the fuck this Yahweh niggas everywhere. You heard? But the African God, he leave the earth like, fuck y'all niggas, I'm out of here. I'm saying, yo, I'm about to create the duat. Now you niggas gonna die. So again, the motif, Adam, Eve, death comes in onto these people because of that. In that story, however, there was no death. You created the duat and all this, all Sar and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? And then they try to get slick with they Rob Nefer shit and be like, look, everybody was a Asar meant everybody. No, everybody wanted to be an Asar, meaning they wanted to have an afterlife. No, everybody was not the Asar because the Asar was created. He's a fucking deity of the underworld. These niggas is fucking pseudo. So sorry.
Well, and I want to add, because I do know the subject, the period of after the first intermediate period, prior to the first intermediate period, only
give us the year, man, because I'll forget all that shit. What's in 2000?
Yeah, roughly about that. I'll give you exact date, but the in the old kingdom, only the king and some members of his family, the royal family, they would go to the same place as where the king would go to. Everybody else goes to their place in the earth, their tomb. Their tomb was their place. So they didn't, only the king was celestial. And then after the first intermediate period, after all the devs, the Africans fighting themselves, then they gave the normal people through the coffin text, they applied it to not just the king and the royal family, but to normal people. And so then the widespread belief was born because of all the tragedies, the famine, the fighting, and the death. They gave that to the people. So it's a human construct, right? But originally, what the problem I have with the Cometics is that they lie and act as if these things were always there. The regular person just went to his place. He went to his place, and his place is his tomb, and they fashioned the tomb, and that's where whatever your job was in your place, that's what you would continue to do, right? So it was all magical. But later, then the human, the normal, the Rakit, the commoner, his Ka and his Ba would unite to become a Ku. But that's in later, that's in the first intermediate period and going into Mentuhotep. Mentuhotep brought the Assyrian myth. That's where the Assyrian myth kind of develops during that particular period. So they can't act as if these things were always there, because they were not. It was always in the beginning just for the king and his family. So these are human constructs. And then later, of course, it develops to, but then they don't have excuse when it becomes just a funerary culture, right? It becomes a funerary culture. And so all the things that they talk about, all their practices, I'm talking about the modern day people for the most part, is based on funerary. They know very little about the living culture. So they don't know the festivals. You never hear them talk about all the different festivals that they had. you only talk about the ka and the ba and the weighing of the heart against the feather and the ascet. That's their go-to. But I have to discard all of that because there were a lot of other things going on before. Death was just at the end. But there were other things. People were just hard workers. So they don't have enough reading. Their thing is to get you into the shrines. We'll tell it to you if you get in the temple and the shrines, and then we'll reveal it to you. No. Reveal it now. I know that you don't know, right? Reveal it now. And stop making the culture all the same. The culture developed, and then it failed. It failed because the damn priest took over. The damn priest, and you really can't be a priest without a king, right? The priests are servants of the king. No king, no goddamn priest. Or
what
there's a
dynasty
period.
you talking about? What dynasty you talking about?
I'm
When
talking
you're saying it fell. What dynasty you talking about?
I'm talking all the dynasties.
When it fell for good because of
Say what, Sosa?
When it fell for good, you're saying because of the priestly class. What you're saying?
So the priests that became so powerful during the 18th dynasty. So Akhenaten, his father was having difficulties with the priest. So Akhenaten continued on his father's concept to break the Amun priesthood. So that's when he created his own concept and simplified the religion, right? He's actually simplified it. It wasn't really monotheism. He just simplified the practice of all those deities into a few, right? And to break the Amun. Then after he died, then they put King Tut or Tutankhamun in a headlock because his name was Tutankhaten. They put him in a headlock, and then comes a new religion called belief in Amun Ra. So they took the disc and they attached it to the Amun. So now Amun has more powerful. He's Amun and he's the disc. He's Amun Ra. And then they owned most of the land, and then they controlled who would become a king. And they controlled when the king would die, right? And they could control the successor. And then this
I'll look into it. Like I said, I'm not curious. I just want to get the day and stuff. So I'll look into it to see.
And then it really went to shit, right? When at the period of I think Ramesses 11, it could have been Ramesses 13, and Herihor. So you look up Herihor. So now there's a break where the priest, after this, the priests take over, they usurp the king. And so now it's run by priests as usurpers, and that leads directly to the failure of Egypt, of what they call Egypt. After that particular, after I think the 20 around the 21st dynasty, I can look up Herihor. And
yeah,
then
I bought some of that out in my first build I had with bro. I think 3 years ago. And I wanted to get in when you was talking about the kings, the afterlife was only for those people. But it got to the point, only the people who could afford that shit can really have the afterlife. And then
everybody has an afterlife. They don't have a celestial afterlife. They don't go to the dua. They go to their place, their tomb.
Okay. And then you had the what's these people called? The harpers. They was the singers or something like that, and they were questioning this shit. And they was like, yo, what the fuck is this afterlife bullshit? Why is we giving money for this shit, bro? Like, this shit fake. The 5% was in Kemet all the time, my nigga.
Yeah, the 5%. Yeah, the 5%.
They was there. They was like, hold on, nigga. What's this shit you talking?
Yeah. So there was at some point there was, and then it went to hell when Taharka complains to God, like, yo, you promised me during my coronation that Egypt was mine and I would be successful. And yo, what happened? My family's captured. He's like, basically, well, look, dude, take care of my family, right? That's what I'm asking you to do, because what you told me was not true. And you could read the prayer of Taharka, right? Where he's basically like, yo, you lied to me. You lied to me. So
damn, son.
Yeah, you want me to pull it up?
No, I got you, bro. Nah, you good.
I'll pull it up.
That shit is funny though, bro.
Yeah, he complaining. And so now when you tell the Comedics this, they go bananas. So here's the Africans from the southern part. They retake Egypt because Egypt is messing up. And they retake it with the culture of the Egyptians, not to disrupt anything. And they rule Egypt, and they save Egypt, and then Amun does not help them.
They ain't changed it because they were culturally Egyptian at that point. They already been colonized prior to, so they already had the Egyptian stuff to go right smooth into it.
You gotta give me
Amun.
You talking, Sosa? You got to help me out. What period are you talking about that this started happening? What period? You're doing a lot of talking.
You saying the Egyptians didn't colonize Kush?
I'm
saying.
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
I'm asking. Question's a question. Did they?
No, you can't. You was talking. So you was talking, and so now I'm like, okay. So what do you really know? What do you? Can you substantiate?
I'm asking. Did the we talked about this already on the show.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm saying something new. We talked about them bringing the cult of Amun into Egypt, but where did that come from? You know what I'm saying? Is that their own creation, or is that an adaptation?
It was you laughed at me before, and that's why we're getting to this whole thing. The culture of Egypt came from the South. So these concepts were theirs in the very beginning.
Oh, come on. Come on. You ain't got no source that they can tell you that shit. That shit has come through colonization. You can't show a source saying that that's what they always believed, and this shit was similar to the Egyptians, because it wasn't. Yeah, all of this shit was different. The burial practice was different. All type of shit.
Well, that's what I'm a help. Ankh is going to deliver a very crushing blow. So I'm not. Otherwise, Ankh is going to get upset with me because he has figured it out. As the more you talk, what we find out, Sosa, is that King Sosa. What we find out, King, is that you have a lot of gaps.
Man, we know that Egypt put an end to Kerma. Mm-hmm. Bro, and they colonized Kush. I mean,
how do we know this?
Like I said, I'm drinking. I don't want to go off the top of the dome, but I can pull it up real quick. But you know,
you drinking while you talking to me?
I've been drinking, but you know I can pull it. But you know I can pull up when they put the hammer down on Kush, bro.
Okay. I'm gonna get you when you sober. I'm gonna get you when you sober. Okay.
Yeah, about the new kingdom.
So look, it's late for me. Brother King Sosa, good night. Brother Rob Bourne, good night. Sister Juju, thanks for everything that you do. And everybody else that's on AB,
Yeah,
Thank
I'm out of here.
Yeah,
I'm out of here.
hey, Rob, we
Check
gonna
it
get that
out.
debate topic. What was the debate topic you and the uncle had, man? So we can set it up. What's y'all debate? What's the topic?
Check. Who you talking to?
You and Uncle. I thought you was gonna debate.
Nah, we not doing no debate. We doing a build. It don't got nothing to do with no debate.
On what?
Social evolution. Yep. You see this? You still there, Reggie?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So 3 years ago, the stuff that you talking about, I bought all this shit out. All right. The car, the bar, the oct, the duat, breaking this shit down, giving 3 different definitions of the shit. And anyway, I want to get to what we was talking about. It's like when I be talking, this is what these niggas look like to me. Spooky niggas. You see these niggas' eyes? That's you correct niggas. Yeah, but y'all forgot this. Y'all just thought I was just talking and talking. We're saying the same thing, Rob. But no, the fuck we not. Yeah. No, the fuck we not saying the same thing. But this is what I was talking about. So I already know you know who wrote this. You know about Miriam Litchin. And I called them the 5% of Asia Kemet. So you I know you familiar with the dispute between man and his bot. And here she says the problem of a personal or not social, specifically the focus is on the role of the mysterious life force called the bot, the indwelling demonic power that controlled man's life, escaped from his body at the moment of death and played a vital but ill-defined part in his afterlife. The question was, what would happen to a man if he were to be deserted by his body? This and related problems are not so much resolved. These people, let me blow this up, man, because this is small and I'm on my phone. Hold on. The harpers, the instrument that accompanied the song sung to the dead, was almost always the harp. Hence, these compositions are known as harper songs, carved on the tomb walls, etc. In any event, something happens with these harpers. These motherfuckers start questioning this bullshit. They say, hold on, my nigga. We not finna pay you nothing. We not ready to do any of that. Matter of fact, we don't even want to do this ritual. But here it says here, but their freedom from the ritual requirements was unexpected and startling innovation. A song that laminated the passion of life and urge enjoyment of life while it lasts. While it lasts. No, we not singing no song or no fucking duat or no book of gates with some fucking serpents and all this other fucking book of two-way bullshit, nigga. Nigga, enjoy your life while it's now, nigga. But them women or them harps, nigga, they was exempt for this shit. They said, nah, nigga, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. Those are the 5% of Quebec. Those are my people, my nigga. I'm gonna get me a tattoo of a fucking harp for these niggas.
All right. Well, let me just do a little investigation. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
I don't
get deep,
know.
Reggie. We finna wind it up. Don't go too deep, Reggie. Go ahead. I'll let you get your last 3 statements. Go ahead.
Okay. So I have to find out. I know about the Harper songs, but you're saying that there is a people, and so
no, not a people. I just met the people. I should have rephrased the people who played that role.
That did that role, yeah.
Not the people. Not all people.
Yeah, like the choir. But, you know what I mean? We're not talking about
but these people who are singing these songs, they began to question this afterlife, and as they're questioning it, they began to make different songs, and they were basically excluded from those afterlife rituals. And one of the songs, the famous Harper song from the tomb of King Intel, went so far as to cast doubt on the reality of the afterlife.
Okay, so stop right there. Right there. So let me see. His name is what? King Intel. So let me just look up King Intel.
Yeah, let me pull it up because maybe I copied it wrong or I abbreviated it. Let me go to the actual book. Which one is this? This is volume 1. Let me do a thing here. Hold on. How did I do this? Let me just put instrument accompanied. Let me do that. And I'm gonna go into the book. Let's go into.
And it's funny, his name is Intel, so he's intelligent.
Yeah, I think I abbreviated that shit. Hold on. Let me get the book. Hold on. Let me put
okay,
ancient Egypt. But you see, they say that's the song. Them niggas said, fuck out of here with that afterlife shit, nigga. All right, let me go to my Egypt book, show.
Yeah, because I need to know.
I got you. I'm gonna get the name, but you're correct. Let me I'm waiting for this shit to load up. Hold up. All right, there's one of these shits. All these fucking Egypt books I got it. This fucking commission shit. All right, where is it at? Which one is it? Is it this one? Was it the white cover? This one?
Rob on me on Clubhouse pulling up late.
Nah.
Right.
Me on Clubhouse shit pulling up late. Got Clubhouse pull up late.
Peace, what's going on?
Peace, Pan-African.
I know you got 1,000 questions, Pan-African design, but man, we talking about that.
I don't got a lot of questions, you know. It's good that I'm able to get on the panel and kind of ask questions, because I'll be hearing a lot of stuff.
We
I don't know
let you on, bro. You know how it is.
I don't know if people hear what I hear, but sometimes I'll be hearing a little undertone hatred. You know what I'm saying?
For what?
What?
I mean, just for certain individuals. But I'm talking about like Dr. Clark, Dr. Ben. I kind of hear these things.
Not Dr. Clark. We be banging. The crew be banging on Dr. Ben. That's the little shit that they got going on. That is
but I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm hearing this.
Not Dr. Clark.
And then I'm hearing, some underlying hatred for the civilization that these people champion as what we were supposed to have been looking to guide our people to out of organized religion that we got indoctrinated with.
Wait,
I'm trying to figure out.
Reggie,
hold on.
So hold on.
From an organized religion to another organized.
No. That's not even what the mission is.
Led by who?
Let him make his comment.
Maybe you might have led by who?
Let him get it out, Reggie. Let him get it out.
Maybe you may have forgotten the assignment. I'm not sure what's going on. What I'm tripping on, like
I forgot my assignment.
Reggie, I said the assignment. I didn't say your assignment.
You forgot the assignment, man. Accept
the assignment is not just yours.
Brother Pan-African, before y'all take it there, I just wanted to show him this name because I spelled it wrong. You see the underline part? It says Harper song from the tomb of King Intef.
Okay, Intef.
I don't know why it said Intel. I don't know. Maybe I copied it wrong or I didn't double check it. But yeah, it's King Intef.
Okay, so I'm gonna look at that now. Pan-African.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, you don't forgot the mission, Reggie. Like for real.
Yeah, Pan-African design. Okay, so who are you to tell me I
didn't just say you, Reggie. See, don't get
not just you, Reggie.
I said we've forgotten. Somebody has forgotten the mission that they set us on. Because
who set us on? Because Dr. Ben, Dr. Ben was my teacher, and so was
Dr. got it, Reggie. But listen, you're not listening. You're talking more than you're listening. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is, we have videos where these people are speaking for themselves, and they're taking us to some sort of a spirituality over organized religion. Dr. Clark has a video that says that. So they championed us going to an African spirituality over the organized religion that we got indoctrinated with, which were supposed to be from the European, which was the Christianity and the Hebrew, and the Islam, which was the Arab. Right. They were trying to take us back to a prehistory that predates that we were supposed to have been champions.
When did you, can I ask you a question?
What about atheists?
It
Are we
don't got
supposed?
nothing- it don't got nothing to do
No.
with when this,
No,
that,
I
and
want to
other.
ask
I
him
know
a
what they were
question.
talking about. It doesn't matter.
I want to
when
ask you a
got-
question.
When did I
Pan-African
learn about
Designs.
Dr. Ben? And that don't have nothing to do with what
No,
I'm
I want to
talking
ask you, when did you won't you let me ask you, won't you let me
Because I
ask
already know what you're gonna ask me and why you're asking me the question you're gonna ask me before you even ask. I know why you're gonna do this, because you know Dr. Ben and Dr. Clark personally. But I've also, these people left videos where we can listen to them without you. We
Okay,
don't need
but watch
you
this.
to
Wait,
listen to
hold on.
what they've said.
Watch this. Watch this. I have the videos.
Ridiculous.
I have the videos, and I've also, because they were my direct teachers, I've got a chance to ask personally many questions. Now, you don't have to believe the answers that they gave me, but I also have written material to substantiate everything that I say. So my teachers, you can ask Dr. Leonard Jeffries and Professor Small, who are still alive, about the teachings of Dr. Joseph Benjo Cannon, but you won't do that. What you will do is that you will, because how can I say?
This ain't even about you, Reggie. Why are you making this about you?
No, because it's about what they taught. It's about what Dr. Ben and Dr. Clark taught.
Not the mission.
So they weren't teaching us to disregard the religions that our enemies gave us and go back to the source of our
No, they were anti any type of religion.
But this is not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about Kemet in the source of just a religious thing. I'm talking about it as a source of giving the rest of the world civilization.
No, history, politics, culture, economics. They directed.
Which all you would put in the compass of civilization, right?
But religion, the belief, Dr. Ben.
That's all inside of that culture.
Pan-African Designs. Dr. Ben never believed in the religion of ancient Egypt.
Who would after it failed? No one with common sense.
So who are these new people coming around? Who are all these new people coming around saying that they know the religion of the ancient Egyptians? And 90% of them can't read the shit.
I'm with you on that in that regard, but I'm not talking about trying to start up some type of priesthood. I'm talking about the chronology of history, and that's why they made thousands of fucking lectures talking about Kemet as the source of our history. That's what they did. They didn't point us anywhere else, did they?
Well,
I don't know what magical people you talking about. Kemet,
yes, they did. Dr. Ben.
Kemet is not the origin of the black people here in America. There was no Haru who came off the motherfucking boat. There was no Asar. There was
okay,
no
stop right there. Stop right there, Mr. 5%. Where do you start after? Where do you start when you start?
Hold on, wait, hold on,
wait. Where do you start your history at, Rob?
Hold on, bro. But let's walk slow. Since you want to throw the 5% out, I can show you the work of the 5% amongst black people. I can show you.
When did the 5% start, Rob?
Hold on, man. Yo, could you hold on, son? I can show you this said organization in our history, in our time, that was directly fighting the Europeans. I can show that.
I didn't say that. I said, where do you
hold
start?
on, man. Wait a minute, bro. You can't show me one Kemetic anything that did anything during the Black Power movement, anything, anywhere. Now, prove that shit. So before you start talking shit about the NOI, Christians, Muslims, nigga, that culture died, son, and life began to continue to move on.
Yeah,
it don't stop. It don't.
I would say, Rob One.
Exactly what's going on.
Rob One. What I would say,
cut it out. We had 10 years to observe what's going on in Europe.
I would say, hey, listen.
Y'all are totally historically.
Hey, listen. I would say, let me say this to Rob One. Wait, Rob One. What I would say is that first of all, these people that we call Kemetic, they got it from apparent people. The concepts came from apparent people, and they had their own innovations. There is a continuity of culture because all the same cultures, just through different cultures done in a different way.
So you're right about it not being direct, Kemet, because it wasn't, because it was given to them by their parent people, so it wasn't even theirs. However, these groups of people in North Africa, they had a very old concept of the structure. And so they applied it as they went from the Green Sahara, when it dried up, to the west, to the central, and to the Nile Valley, to the rivers. They applied these concepts different because these were their constructs. There was continuity of culture. So you're right about that. I'm just trying to find out from Pan-African Designs, what are you saying that our teachers, what is the mission? What do you say is our mission?
Well, you are supposed to be continuing what your teachers taught you, right? Mm-hmm. So instead of you going to learn the Hebrew language, why don't you just learn the Hebrew language and leave the Medu Neter language alone? If it's not about trying to find the source of our history. They put you on a mission to go and find our history, not someone else's. So that's why you went and studied the origin, the language of the Medu Neter. You could have studied any language you wanted to. Why did you study that language? Because you're continuing what your teachers taught you. What the mission, what they couldn't do, you're in this age where you could continue what the mission was. Other than that, you wouldn't have any interest in teaching that, learning that language, Reggie. What are we doing?
Okay, well, since you want to talk for me, and you're not in my body and my mind, so let me just tell you, Dr. Ben taught us about it was the black man of the Nile and his family, right? So we look at, and then when I joined ASCAC, it's the Association for the Study of Classical African Civilizations, not just Egypt. Egypt is just one classical African civilization. So the concept is to study the relationships between the Nile Valley and the other river systems. The other river systems, the Limpopo, the Zambezi, the Niger, the Congo, right? And I'm missing one of those river systems. And to see that these people traverse these river systems with exchanging culture. And so the thing about it was never to be Egypt-centric, right? Which is going on now, but is to understand all of Africa and to explain that it was a related civilization. So I haven't changed the mission. What I did was I did learn the Medu Neter, wasn't on earlier, but I did learn the Medu Neter. But learning the Medu Neter allowed me to see the earlier cultures that created the Medu Neter, and that it existed in a form before the Egyptians. So why? Because I have a skill set. I questioned the skill set of a lot of people, not Infidisi, because Infidisi's Medu Neter is much better than mine.
Infidisi is pseudo, man. Start that shit. I said all type of pseudo shit.
Infidisi's Medu Neter is much better than mine, and but I'm past. I still do some Medu Neter. I don't do it every day because I don't. But I do it better than the people who never learned it. And
so where is the oldest writing in Africa that we can look to for people that we're calling African? Where is that at?
It is what we call today Nakata and Nubian A. That is where the writing began.
Egypt.
That's where the writing began in the south of
Egypt.
Other than that, we don't have any other recordings that we can kind of look to. Other than that, everything is just verbal. Am I correct?
That's the gift of Africa people, because different people do different things.
No, so I asked you, Rob Boy, and you didn't even want to answer my question, brother.
What was your question?
I asked you, where did you start? I said, where is the start of African civilization? And then you just got mad.
Oh, I didn't know. Where's the start of African civilization? That's a
loaded question because you got it, because now you have to define what you mean by civilization.
I mean, yeah, because that definition is crazy.
Well, okay,
you have to define what you mean by
civilization. We can start recording African history. Where is the oldest?
Talking about writing, then.
Okay, if you're talking about writing, and then
because that's all that we're all arguing about is anything.
No, that's not what we're arguing. No. We're not gonna do that, brother. Listen to me. Brother, listen to me. I want to be real clear what I'm telling you, son. I'm not arguing about who had the first anything. When I speak, or you ever hear me speak, I speak of our direct ancestors and the places and the nations that make up our people here in America. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the first, who wrote the first this, that. I mean, so if I start asking people, I'm going to ask you, since you know about 4000 BCE, what is the writing system of the Congo?
I don't think that they had one that I know.
Of course you don't, because this is the problem with the religious
I'm not talking
community.
about. I'm talking about a writing system,
This is the problem with the religious conscious community. Y'all turned Egypt into a fucking religion, bro. That's what you did.
We're just
I'm
gonna
tell you what you did. I'm gonna tell you what you did. You're no different than the Hebrew to me, bro. None of y'all no different than that.
No, I just recognize that you got something against Egypt, and I don't understand what it is.
I don't got.
It is something. Because I remember a couple of years ago, you was pro Kemet when everything was going.
No, there is no brother. I'm pro Africa, bro. What I'm not with is the romanticizing of said culture, and you can tell me about the first dynasty and the Nakata period writings. But you can't tell me the writing system of the Congo that directly is us. That's what my problem is. Nobody knows about who we are. And I'm going to ask you another question. What was the two systems on the slave plantation?
Nobody knows.
No, yes, we do know. What was the two systems on the slave plantation?
Even for me, you have to be a little bit more specific.
What was the two systems on the slave plantations here in North America?
Yeah, because he got me with that one because I went with the field.
Don't answer it because you know the answer now. You know the answer
he got me with that way.
I'm asking you, Pan-African.
It's slippery question, though. It's slippery.
Man, that don't got nothing to do with the sentiments that you carry on a daily basis.
Listen,
you just trying to get off the fact that somebody's asking you.
Listen, brother, listen. I'm making my point. You don't even know what happened to you here in America.
Right.
You don't even know that. But
hold up, man. You didn't ask me, did I know what happened to us in America? You asked me a specific question about what were the two slave systems in America.
No,
I just know that my people were the slave. That's all really that matters to me. I don't have to get technical.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying
but
about every little thing that happens to us.
No, brother, but you're getting real technical with the origin of 5000 BCE. That is not you.
No, I didn't do that. You asked me that question, brother.
No, brother, listen. The first thing I asked you was about a writing system in the Congo. I'll give you one.
Don't divert with the
Hold on, man. No, brother, the first thing I asked you about was the Congo writing system. I'm gonna help you because you don't know about West Africa, your people. You identifying and romanticizing of people that are not you. So I'm telling you,
it has nothing to do with the origins of civilization.
It has everything to do with us. It has everything to do with us. Who are you? It's called knowledge
itself. I want to add, just because
I muted everybody because we can't talk over each other and people hear us. It's not gonna happen. So in a few minutes, you can unmute yourself, let Rob Bourne finish his point. And hopefully, James, you can listen to what he's saying because that's why we are coming together to get this together.
Yeah, so all I'm saying is this. I'll just put Lukasa board. When you get a chance, look up Lukasa board. Look up the ways that West African people communicated. This is what shows how the people are different. It's a different culture, a different thing. a different mode of how they see the universe. No one is saying that civilization didn't start in Africa. No one is saying that Egypt, as of right now, don't have the oldest writing system that we. No one is saying that. Nobody ever says this nowhere. Is that when we have these conversations, and now when I begin to question the spirituality or what these things mean, it's a problem. Now it's a reverse. Now it sounds like you Christian. You can't question the African spirituality. It sounds like me talking to a nigga about the Bible, talking about you can't question the word of God. I can't. As an African man in America, I can't question the reality of this shit.
Right.
Nah, son, that shit is some crazy shit to me, bro. So that's why I don't really have that conversation. But when I'm speaking, like when I heard you come on, Reggie is carrying it out. People made mistakes. Dr. Ben made mistakes. Henry Clark made mistakes. They made us study Gerald Massey, bro. They big them niggas' names up and everything them niggas said. That nigga Gerald Massey today we know is pseudo as fuck. That nigga Dr. Henry Clark, as great as he was, he told us read the 16 crucified Christ. That shit is garbage.
Loved that shit. He loved that shit.
That book was garbage.
Hey, I love that shit too back in the day though. That shit was I love that book back in the day.
Yeah, so the point is all we doing is not even we just looking at the information that you told us to study. And now when we bring it to other people or self-believe, they start doing the study on it. And now you like, oh shit,
you look crazy.
This ain't right. But does that mean that they're wrong in all of their endeavors? No. What Dr. Ben and Dr. Clark were trying to do was fight the European who said that Africa gave nothing to civilization and that Egypt was some fucking mixed up crackers. So those individuals had to stand on their square with Sheikh Diop and all the rest of the brothers and sisters who went and did this work. But when this was happening, a whole history of our people was being left out. But Henry Clark never left it out. And no one never talks about how Henry Clark talks about the first black communities or none of that. No one talks about him when he's saying any of that.
Yeah.
They want to talk about what he believed in. They want to talk about when he talk about Kemet. But they don't want to talk about when he's talking that black American history of who the fuck we are, man.
Right.
That's a problem to me.
Yeah,
so that's my stance, brother. So if you think that I hate Egypt, if you think that I'm banging on no, bro. I want to question something, I can. And if you don't want me to question it and you think it's hate, then all right, then fuck it. Then if that means I hate Egypt, then fuck it, I hate
Egypt. We're just challenging information to come to the conclusion was right as that.
We know you don't hate Egypt. We also know that it's important for us to understand the rest of the continent of Africa, the entirety of our culture, just not a piece. That's the point. Maybe we'll have a better understanding of ourselves. Maybe we can answer some of the questions we have if we dug a little deeper into our West African culture and heritage. Just like we do. We understand why we have dilemmas with that because of the oral tradition, the lack of writing systems as established in Kemet, but we still have history there. We still have archaeology there. Still have things that are being discovered and unearthed, all the time. So that's where we're at. Nobody's hating on it, but let's stop romanticizing it and let that not be the only focal point. Our culture and our history is so vast beyond Kemet, beyond the Delta, beyond the Nile.
Hey, and that's all I'm saying. Like, one of my brothers in the chat saw, he's like, yo, they told us we was nothing. They told niggas still believe in America that you wasn't free until fucking Abraham Lincoln said you was free in 1865. No, you have free blacks over here in the 1600s. You have free blacks building shit in the 1500s. You have free blacks in the 1700s. You got Fort Mose, you got all of this shit going on. You got black people whipping the white man ass for like 50 years. Whipping their ass all up and down Florida, killing their ass.
Facts.
That's our story. That's the shit I want to hear. What the fuck? So when you say that we don't know or we putting it down or as you was just saying, it's all like, that's not what it is, bro. That's not what it is, fam. All I'm saying is it's a broader aspect. It's a broader perspective. This is why I kind of fall back, son. How many times I'm going to talk to you about fucking Israelites? How many times I'm going to talk to you about the Exodus? How many times I'm going to talk to you about Kemet? How many times I'm gonna talk to you about more? What the fuck is this conversation, bro? It's going nowhere. So if we building on, if we doing what you said, building on what Dr. Ben and them did, they would have wanted us to elevate and move past this shit, bro.
I just want to add
Give it that motherfucking science.
Can I add a few points? Okay.
Go ahead, Reggie.
Yeah.
Yes, Dr. Reggie, brother Reggie, you got the floor. Because I'm gonna mute them all out.
I'm not gonna be long. I'm not gonna be long.
You're good.
Part of the journey of finding out who we were is looking at our experience in America, but understanding what we brought from the continent to survive. And so we went to these places. When we went to these places, we brought with us our culture from Africa. Now, what Obenga did was he compared his language, his traditional language, to Nile Valley. The purpose of that was, in fact, that that his language wasn't a written script. It was a verbal script, but they knew the linguistics of it. So when they looked at the linguistics of theirs, they can identify with terms that were used in the Nile Valley and in sub-Saharan Africa and in the formulation of the Congo. Cheikh Anta Diop did the same thing. He compared his native language Wolof to the languages of Nile Valley, knowing full well that these constructs traveled. These are just concepts of how they categorize their society, their kingship, some of their beliefs, the depiction of animals, the depiction of climate, etc. So we in America, in the Americas, when the millions of us traveled over to some to North America, some to the Caribbean, some to South America, we carried our personality, our African personality. So with Dr. John Henry Clarke and he was the master teacher. Dr. Ben was underneath Dr. John Henry Clarke. If it wasn't for Dr. John Henry Clarke, Dr. Ben wouldn't have been who he was. Dr. Clarke, as an older brother, helped Dr. Ben and put him in places where he can teach. When Dr. Ben fell in Temple, Dr. Clarke got him into Cornell under Dr. James Turner's program. These things that I know. I do agree with Rob Vaughn, is that we need to understand who we are in the Americas, like the Africans in Europe have to understand who they are, their particular constructs and their particular identities. Those in the Caribbean, the same. But it is our journey to find out the whole picture. So we're constructing right now, we have more information to understand the whole picture. It's problematic for me just to take the Kemetic point of view because the people who are pushing the Kemetic are not historians. They're not historians. They are people that believe in the religion. They're not historians, and I have a problem with that. I can say that Mfundisi Jehudimus was a student of Dr. Yosef Ben Jokanan. That fact I do know, but he has his own way of expressing a portion of Dr. Ben's teachings. The other people were not students of Dr. Yosef Ben Jokanan in this Kemetic concept. What they did is they might have listened to some lectures. I was there. They never took a class with him, a formal class. They never took a formal class with Dr. John Henry Clarke or even sat in the lectures. Why? Because I was in a lot of Dr. John Henry Clarke's classes, lectures, and then I was at the First World. Those people weren't there. They weren't in the community education.
I'm talking about the people most likely now. One of their priests were, I'm not going to mention his name, but Dr. Ben and him had no real relationship, except for everybody said they studied and they appreciated the elder, but Dr. Ben disagreed with what he was doing directly to his face, and I was there, right? Dr. Ben even disagreed with Dr. Jacob Carruthers and Dr. Malana Karenga when it came to teaching Kemetic spirituality. Why? Because Dr. Clark and Dr. Ben. Why? Because there was a bigger picture. Some of these people were portioning out some of their culture to make themselves bigger than what they were without a proper study of ancient African culture.
I don't mean to cut you off, Betty, but I'm gonna forget this shit, and now I know we're about to go to bed. Yeah. What is Dr. Ben's craft of Amen Ra? What is that?
Okay. Dr. Ben's
brief synopsis, Reggie, because it's getting late. I'm really trying to end the show. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay, I understand. Dr. Ben never had a craft of Amen Ra. His craft is the craft of Hunefer. Ashra Kwesi had the craft of Amen Ra.
What is the craft of Hunefer?
Shit, I did some YouTube scholarship because I swear Reggie said he pulled out the card and was talking to Dr. Ben.
Said he was a student of, he went to Egypt with Ashra Kwesi and Dr. Ben, but Ashra Kwesi was in Dr. Ben's craft. What was it? If you really want to know, Dr. Ben created a structure where he wanted our scholars to be on par with Masonry, and so he created a lodge, and he gave those people in his craft as the master mason, the high priest in that format, a few Masonic degrees so that they can navigate themselves in this world. However, his ability to teach, get them passed into another system, Dr. Ben became old. And so I don't know how much of that he accomplished, and how much he accomplished. And I, out of respect for my teachers who were in his craft, I'm not going to make a judgment. But I do know that Dr. Ben walked them through the first 3 degrees.
Wow. For those who's listening late night, y'all just got a Jew y'all ain't never heard before. Y'all ain't never heard that before.
Never.
Right. Hey, look, man, it's late. I want to thank everybody for coming through.
Let Pan African get the last word, man.
Oh my God. Yeah. Go ahead. Close us out.
I don't have much to say, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I hope you clean that up, Rob Bourne, as far as just like making it seem as though you have something personal against them, even though I know I'm not tripping.
That way to you, though. People who know Rob Bourne know better.
Let him live, Juju.
Let him live, Juju. One-sided with it.
He just expressed.
I listen real well, you know what I'm saying? So I know it's not just me, but anyway, y'all have a nice night.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Keep that side eye on that nigga.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't understand what it is, but it's okay.
Well, one night,
I don't know how else to tell it to you, bro.
But one night, Pan-African Designs.
Don't even get back into it, man. Look, we're going to thank everybody for coming out.
Wait, hold up. One second. Wait. King Joseph, don't disrespect me. Don't disrespect me.
I was trying to end the show already, Reggie.
Don't disrespect me.
I gave you. All right, Reggie.
One asked me a question.
Close out, Reggie. Close out.
Well, don't talk to me like that, man. I'm gonna have to talk to Unc and them about.
I apologize. Reggie, I'm just trying to sound strong.
I understand. I'm tired too. I wanted to go. I stayed on because of questions. Right? It's late. It's past my bedtime. Pan-African Designs. One night, I really need you to come on, and I really need to listen to you full out. I need to know what you know. and how you know it, right? Because I'm your brother, and you know, I respect you, but I need to know if you're self-learned, how are you getting the information that you're getting?
I can tell you that right now.
No, save it for the next show. Don't spoil it for them.
I mean, don't
spoil it. Don't spoil it.
I just deal with chronology, Reggie. That's it.
I want to
close out, Reggie. Close out. We let them close.
I stopped. I'm listening.
Yeah. I just listen. I just deal with the chronology of written history. I don't deal with nothing else. I mean, so that's as simple as you can get it.
Autodidact, baby. That's how we do it.
Peace and Black African power, y'all. Good night.
All right, peace.
Love you.